12 108 to Gosford, 1 goal, 1-7.
I can't explain how much of an extraordinary result that is, with Gosford's finishing second and Newcastle City finishing third in the ladder. That's an amazing win by Newcastle City and takes them into a grand final, Lucas, against the undefeated Nelson Bay women's side. So fantastic game. Next Saturday at 4 p.m.
We'll be
on air for that.
We will, Dave. It'll be great.
Lucas, with umpires coming out there, Lucas, would you like to read through Terrigal Avoca's team sheet?
Sure thing. Number 1, Matt Shortall. Number 2, Jack Grimman. 3, James Webster. 4, Austin Clark. 5, Lachlan White. 6, Damon Smith. 7, Braden Kingston. 9, Jay Lewis. 10, Pete Van Dam. 11, Alexander White. 12, Corey Billings. 13, James White. 14, Will McKellar. 17, Brandon Thomas. 18, Sam Borton. 20, Sam O'Brien. 21, Douglas Clark. 22, Corbin Bond. 24, Jackson Farquhar. 28, and coach Chris Bishop. 29, Jared Warren. And 30, Angus Darling. And then just the 2 emergencies for Terrigal Avoca. 15, Douglas Chambers. And 25, Dale Walker have just been omitted, Dave.
Thank you, Lucas. For Newcastle City, everybody. Number 1, Josh Wheeler. 2, Matt Bailey. 3, Courtney Knight. 5, Luke Rawnsley. 6, Matt Enright. 7, Connor Haswell. 10, Sam Payne. 11, Aaron Seed. 13, the coach, Mitchell Knight. 15, Ian Baker. 16, Cade Triffett. 18, Mac O'Malley. 19, Jackson Crawford. 21, Chris Jackson. Mitch Crawford in 22. Cam Keys, 23. Liam Dyer, 26. Anthony Baker, 28. Harry Keys, 29. My sheet blows away, Lucas. Mark Wheeler, 48. Hugh Callagher, 50, and Pat Gillingham, number 69. Lucas, the umpires, please.
Field umpires, Joseph O'Brien, Stephen Bloom and Ash Borg. Boundary umpires, Cooper Williams, Lincoln McCauley and Josh Blackshaw, rather. And in the goals, Tom Sullivan and Paul Best.
Lucas, should be a very, very exciting day. First of all, let's talk about this. Oh, yeah, I beg your pardon. Can we just have, Lucas, a complete read-through of just of our list of sponsors who we are very appreciative of?
Major sponsors, BLK, Belmont 16-footer Sailing Club, GE Industrial Solutions, Wilson Security, Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, Prime 7, Star 104.5 FM, the Entertainment Grounds on the Central Coast, Sports Coast Trophy Embroidery, and Subway Morissette, Dave.
Fantastic, Lucas. Thank you. Some very big ins today, Lucas, for Terrigal Avoca, Hart, Warren and Darling. For Newcastle City, Anthony Baker, in my mind, the best player in the league, Matt Bailey and Josh Wheeler. Lucas, what are you expecting today, mate? We've gone on a little bit early so we can talk a bit of footy. What are you expecting, mate?
I think it's going to be a very tough contest. We covered this game probably midway through the season, and Terrigal Avoca started very well and came out strong. But then in the last half, Newcastle City overran them in the end and got them by, I think it was 11 points, I think I've got here in my notes.
That's about, I think that was 11 points, and that was just at the death, Lucas, I think. I think this is the only team in Terrigal Avoca that can really, over a period of time, worry City. And they're the main danger to them in winning the grand final.
And Newcastle City Terrigal Avoca was the only team to beat Newcastle City. That being at Terrigal Avoca, but still, it gives them maybe a slight bit of confidence going in.
I would think so. I mean, admittedly, Terrigal Avoca's without their prime forward in Mitch Batson, who I spoke to a little while ago, and hopefully will be back in a couple of weeks. But look, I do think that this has got an enormous potential, this game. I think if Terrigal win, it'll be close. I think if Newcastle City win, they might win by 3 or 4 goals. I think it's just sort of one of those games. And Chris Bishop, the Terrigal coach, is a very clever man, and I'm sure he'll have some set plans for how he wants to deal with particular Newcastle City players. I will bet you that he'll try and get under the niggle a little bit with Josh Wheeler and see if he can get him to do something silly, as an example.
And from memory, I think when we covered this game midway through the season, from memory, Mitch Batson went down injured as well, I think.
That's when he did when he fell on his shoulder.
That definitely impacted the way their entry into the forward 50 and their efficiency in there, Dave.
Indeed, Lucas. Look, we would love everybody to stay with us because we've got a cracking sudden death semi-final after this, at least one, haven't we, Lucas? We've got Cardiff and Nelson Bay, but we'll talk about that later. Newcastle City are on your screen there at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Mitchell Crawford, as you can see in the front of your screen there, is having shots at goal. He'll be very dangerous. And, Terrigal Avoca could do very well on him, but if he can get away and get his 4 or 5 goals in combination with Knight. I do note that Kevin McDonald's not in the side. It hasn't been for a couple of weeks. That makes things a bit interesting. That puts more onto people like Cam Keys to play centre half forward, and Knight and Crawford. It means that Crawford's going to get the number 1 or number 2 backman instead of McDonald getting them.
And Kevin McDonald has been superb in form during this later half of the season, Dave. He's been one of their best players. He's definitely in the forward line, Kevin McDonald.
It's possible that he's away with the armed forces. I think he serves our country. I think he might be a serviceman. I think he might be. So he may be on duty or something. But I'll check that for you. It's great to see Peter Van Dam playing football. He missed a lot of football after injuring his wrist in Wagga Wagga at the rep footy earlier this year, where he was captain of our rep side. It's great to see him back playing footy. Spoke to Pete. He's got his left wrist heavily bandaged, but he's ready to rock and roll. Lucas,
you
and I have a look on the ground, and yes, obviously there are usual patchy spots, but the ground seems very good underfoot, doesn't it?
It does. It was very good. Both forward and back pockets, whatever retrospect you look at it, they look it's in superb condition. They do.
And just for our viewers, if you have a look when you get a shot of the centre wicket, they've clearly put a bit of water under the centre wicket this week, Louis.
Yep.
Last week it was quite dry. They've put it's got a little bit of a green tinge, and the centre circle is in the centre of the ground, which is great. Whereas in previous weeks, if you come back to the centre with that shot, you can see the spot just to the far side of the circle where the circle's been, and it's got a bit of heavy traffic. Just about to come now. There it is there.
Yep.
You can see that brown spot there, ladies and gentlemen, on your screen, about 10 metres away from the square. That's where the centre circle's been. And however, you can see the centre circle's right on the centre of the deck. And looking at that, Lucas, it looks like Harrison Crook might have emergency duties for the emergency umpire duties, as he's in a fixture uniform. So you were telling me earlier you think he may be monitoring the interchange bench as well. Is that right?
Yes.
Thank you for that. And so, Lucas, getting close to game time. Your tip, please, and points today.
I think Newcastle City by, as you probably said, that 4 or 5 goal margin, Dave.
I'm going to call it Newcastle City by 4 straight goals, 24 points, Lucas. So all the best to you. Got the best in the business. Got Big Isaac, Justin and Joe here, the guys on the cameras for you. Looking forward to it very much, bringing you this fantastic doubleheader of football here from Newcastle number 1. Lucas, we spoke earlier on, that breeze, there is a slight breeze. For those of you on the screen, it's running from the scoreboard on your screen, so the bottom left-hand corner to the top right. It's a sou'wester. It's not big, but it's just a light breeze. It's actually abated a bit, Lucas, since we're out in the field about half an hour ago, 45 minutes. It's not much at the moment, but if there is a breeze, as I said, bottom left-hand corner of screen to the top-hand right-hand. So that's a sou'wester here in Newcastle West.
We just missed that coin toss between the two captains there, Dave, while we were chatting, and it looks like Angus Darling, as the full forward for Terrell Glavoka, is walking to the left of screen, so it may seem that Terrell Glavoka are kicking from right to left.
It does, and interestingly, I've just seen on the bench here, Chris Bishop's suffering a little bit from flu, and interestingly, he's starting on the bench, Lucas, which is a very big decision. He's in a jacket down there on the bench, so Chris Bishop will not be starting in the centre. Just about getting ready to rock and roll. Cannot wait to bring up. This is Lucas and my first semi-final together. Look forward to it. Good luck, mate.
Yes, you too,
It's
Dave.
a pleasure to be here. We really do enjoy bringing you our commentary. It's a real treat for us at this stage of our respective age of our football careers, Lucas, to be commentating on football, yet alone finals. So we thank Gary Birkinshaw and the Football League for committing us to do this. It's great fun and really is most enjoyable. Hugh Callagher coming to the bench for Newcastle City as well, I see over in our left, Lucas. So it's on for yarn old shaking of hands being done, which is the way it should be done. Some class in that centre. Jay Lewis, Jay Webster, Sam Borton, Chris Jackson, Mitchell Knight, Aaron Seen, the Tasmanian Raven, number 11 there on your screen. All doing the right thing and shaking hands. Here we go, Lucas. It's second semi-final time. It's ready to go.
Yeah, as umpire Ashley Borg is just about to hold the ball up, just checking his watch as the time ticks over. It's going to be a great day, Dave.
Lucas has got live scoring with you, ladies and gentlemen. So if anything goes wrong with the live scoring, I'll be blaming Lucas today, everybody. We've got the iPad here in front of us. Cannot wait, Dave. Lucas always does a great job.
Thank you.
Pleasure to work with you, everybody, especially if a bloke so young. He's only 18 years of age. He's doing a great job. So good luck, Louis.
Thanks, Dave.
And also good luck to you and the Warners Bay boys tomorrow in the second division at Adelaide Street. And all teams playing tomorrow at Adelaide Street. Good luck, but particularly your boys, mate. Okay?
Thanks, Dave. It'll be a very tough time, but I'm sure we can get through it.
Second semi-final here first up, then the first semi-final afterwards. Newcastle number 1 Sports Ground. It's a glorious day, quite cool but very pleasant here at number 1. Weather won't be a factor. Hopefully the breeze stays low all day as it is now. Ground in good condition.
Yeah, so Sam Borton and Chris Jackson in the ruck.
And they'll stay at it most day. Darling will relieve Borton at one stage and Hugh Callagher will probably go in the centre. Here we go, everybody. It's time to rock and roll. All the talk's done. Jackson and Borton. Jackson gets out with the right hand and Mitchell Knight tries to put a tackle on. Borton again off the ground, can't succeed. Comes out the backside to Mitchell Knight, has an area at that one. Borton's trying in there again. They're all in there at hard football. Jay Lewis is at the bottom. It's a ball up.
Lots of bodies around the ball early, Dave. It's going to be crucial for that side to get that first centre clearance and get their territory going to see who can get the most scoreboard pressure early.
Indeed. Jackson and Borton. Jackson uses his body strength there and gets that ball out. Ball comes out from Billings with a very short kick. Away here to Jared Warren. Warren goes into the forward line. Oh, Mark, good grab taken there, actually. I think that might be Doug Clark. Yeah, it is, who was the winner of an extraordinary Dusthorn House the last time we were here.
That's right, Dave. Yep, of course.
You remember his 2 brilliant right foot snaps, Lucas?
In very quick succession too, Dave.
They were. And it was at this end.
Yep.
Doug Clark probably going to kick Lucas from just inside the arc, if at all. He's kicking into the wind just outside.
Ooh.
No, didn't get all of that one. That ball dropped short. Easy mark taken by Rawnsley. Left footer goes square. Oh, that's dangerous. God, that was a superb pickup by Haswell. Easy mark taken out there in the far flank. Right deep in the pocket. Checks out his options. He's going to go centrally. That's an interesting decision. Didn't seem to get that. Well, he didn't. So that ball comes out to Warren. James Webster with a left footer right into the hot spot. Mark trying to be taken there. Darling does a very good job bringing that to ground. Baker, as he always does, beautifully cleans up. 26 was Dwyer. Coming out to Baker again now. He'll try and do something creative with it. He'll probably come down this flank, I'd imagine. There we go. He's got Enright in there. Big collision coming up, and he misses it. Dwyer actually steps around. Gone!
He's gone.
Absolutely gone. Magnificent
Advantage.
tackle. Play on. Webster takes it and goes and shanks the kick. Lucas, what a superb rundown tackle that was. Wasn't that great?
It was. There are not very many Newcastle City plays around him. Probably needed the voice there, but all in all, it was a great tackle.
Sam O'Brien. Darling. Now, I wonder who that's against.
Holding.
It's against Angus Darling to Chris Jackson. Correct, Luke. So it was holding. Just wasn't sure who.
Yep.
You never know in ruck contest,
Exactly. So many plays around the ball.
Jackson decides to go long. Oh, lost it in the sun, he did, actually.
Yeah, it was Borton,
Lost
I think.
that point blank in the sun. Pat Gillingham has got the football here. He's been in great form up front for Newcastle City. Drop short, Wheeler. Now, Wheeler's at the forwards. I didn't pick that up earlier. So Josh Wheeler's got this one. He'll probably kick this time on the arc. Whilst I've got you there, Lucas, and everybody, I must apologise to the Gillingham family. I've been mispronouncing Pat's name for 6 months this year. I've been calling it Gillingham, and I've got the heads up from people that know it's Gillingham, so I'll make sure I get it right. It's definitely Gillingham, not Gillingham.
Right.
Wheeler's got this kick probably just inside the arc there, Louis, and this time he's actually kicking with a wind, and he can kick a football, so he's a chance here. Wheeler from a long way out. Flushes it. It goes over the fence, but it's a behind. First score in the game, Newcastle City, 1 point. Terrigal 0. We've gone 3 1/4 minutes. Lucas Holmes.
Yeah, it was very, very interesting. A fair few stoppages as the ball's just been from the kick out. Is it still in?
I thought that was very close. Both umpires actually in
out.
good position there, Lucas. So ball in front of Liam Dwyer there. I thought that might have been on the line. Anyway, we'll wait. Cam Keast actually gets that football down. Ball comes out here to Triffett, gets a scrubby to left foot kick. That's definitely out. Mitchell Crawford trying to burn him and can't.
It's like Jamie Elliott in the Anzac Day game, kicking the ball from outside the boundary, Dave.
Jamie Elliott in one of his very rare appearances for Collingwood the last couple of years, and that's actually not a joke. He's had a dreadful run with injuries. Dreadful. Very talented player. Keast with the foot gets a tap down again. Oh, he's brought down there illegally, I thought. That's a trip to James Webster, the triple Elliott Davey medalist, and a class act. Lucas Holmes, James Webster.
He sure is, Dave.
Off towards his mate Darling. He's got a height contest. Oh, well, Keast does very well to step in front of Darling, who had a mismatch there with Harry Keast.
Right, goes right out in front of the Terrigal Avoca bench there, Dave.
Interestingly, also, Darling's got a big height match up over here at centre forward on Harry Keast. He's got 4 or 5 inches up. Interesting to see that gets exploited. Baker goes through the middle like a freight train. Sam O'Brien with a handball out. Mitchell Knight tries to turn Webster. Eventually, they're at the back. They're on here. Baker's on. Can he finish? No, he can't. He strags it left. Fascinating to see, Lucas, there how there were Newcastle blokes at the back of that particular the contest left on their own. Scene and Baker? Are you kidding me?
No, I wouldn't want to do that at all, Dave.
Oh, man. They can't do that too often. Chris Bishop will have nightmares about that. Borton's on out here on the far flank. He goes the opposite side. Gets it past 50.
Has that been touched, Dave?
Yes, good question. Waiting for the boundary up, but yes, it has. He's got his hand in the air upwards, which means it has been touched.
Yeah, going with the breeze there for the kick out. Maybe just harder for Newcastle City to bring the ball back in against the breeze. That's probably the reason why they went that side, Dave.
Terrigal Avoca perhaps as well, Lucas. Borton and Jackson, we'll be saying their names a lot. Borton well in front that time, gets a right-handed tap down. Baker, as he always is front and square. Ball comes out here to Triffett. Little dinky kick comes out to a dangerous area. Aaron Seen's got it. Gets murdered by the bounce, and Terrigalavoca clear that one away. Now, Keister's got Darling for pace here. There's someone needs a shepherd. Darling has to stick at him and just chase. He's done a good job so far, making a good contest. So is Keist. Very fair contest. O'Brien. Oh, brilliantly smothered. And away they go, City. Can they get a mark? No, they can't. Well defended. Mitchell Crawford comes in to try and get a second kick. Can't get it. God, Gillingham's got the football here. Tries to beat 1, 2. Interesting handball. Oh, it's on here early. That's a brilliant smother, which I think was a Falcon, Lucas. Gillingham's at the bottom of that one. Got to get their pronunciation right. Gillingham comes back again along with Triffett. Great footy.
It is great early, Dave. It's great.
Woo!
Semi-final football.
Finals football. There's nothing like it. Bishop's come on, Lucas. Bishop is now on the field. Jackson comes out. Actually, Borton gets that one. And guess who gets the footy after being on for 10 seconds? Chris Bishop with his first posse. Excellent tackle by Wheeler. And, in fact, it goes out of bounds of the full due to Wheeler's work.
Yeah.
Baker gets brought around on the mark. Van Dam on the mark. Baker's going to go square here to Seen. In fact, he goes backwards. Seen's got to look at his options here. Has to be perfect with that kick, and he's not. Far from it. Clark goes long. Shortall's one out here. Shortall's got a good run at this. He's got support as well. Now Shortall's on. Can he finish? No, he can't. He scrubbed the kick, and it's a point. That's the first score for Terrigalavoca after 7 minutes. Terrigalavoca 1 behind. Newcastle City 2 behinds. Here at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. Shaping up to be a cracking game of footy, Louis. Oh, short kick. Can't talk now. Seen gets a handball out. Ball comes out to Rawns, the left footer. They've made a contest there. Now, who's going to win this? Oh, he pushed him out the side. Jackson Crawford's got away there. Looking for Wheeler. Almost gets dragged out of it and has been paid, Lucas Holmes.
Was that high contact or holding?
I think it was holding out in the contest.
Yep.
I'm grabbing Lucas's side here. I think you'll find that Wheeler was clearly impeded in that marking contest.
Fair enough.
Wheeler's got a much easier shot. He's going to end up kicking this from 30 metres, no more. Dead in front. You can tell what he's in front because he's down the spine there with some of that brown-coloured dirties from where it's been a heavy traffic area.
He does have a very long and deliberate run-up process, does Wheeler? So
he does. So, Wheeler taking his time. This is an interesting move, putting Wheeler up forward, Lucas Holmes.
It is, Dave.
Normally a centre-half back. Hop, skip and a jump. And has done the business. So, goal to Newcastle City. Wheeler's letting the entire ground know about it. Josh Wheeler, a great goal there after a free kick. Newcastle City 1-2-8. Leading Terrigalavoca 1 point. Lucas Holmes.
BLK. BLK is the major sponsor of the Black Diamond AFL, as well as being the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. BLK, Beyond Limits Known.
It's just the stuff that City were after, Lucas.
Exactly, Dave. In terms of Terrigalavoca, they would definitely want the first goal just to sort of get that pressure on early from Newcastle City. We saw in that game we were talking about earlier how they got to such a ferocious start. It's been a very frenetic pace too. It'll be interesting to see if it's held up for the whole game.
Yes, it will. Jackson with the right hander. Baker reads it brilliant. Gets pushed in the back, I reckon. Paid.
Yep. Joseph
Payne, he rode him in the ground. That's a free kick.
Joseph O'Brien right on it there, Dave.
And perfectly side on, so he can get a great view of it. Baker comes Combox side. Chooses short again. He's got Crawford a mile away. That is very dangerous and slack marking. Crawford's gone long. Are you kidding me?
Why?
Mitchell Crawford, that is brilliant. Wow, that's a massive kick downwind. The league's leading goal kicker kicks a huge bomb from way outside the arc. Newcastle City 2-2-14. Terrigalavoca 1 point. Lucas J. Holmes.
We just won't worry about the sponsorship reads as the ball's leveled straight back to the middle. That was a thumping kick, Dave.
Got it on replay, have you? Yes, we're going to go quickly for a replay here. Look how far out he's 10 yards out.
60?
And I think it hits the fence on the fly. It does. Amazing. 60-minute goal, Mitchell Crawford. That'll get him going. Oh, almost taken too high there. Straight through the pack. Newcastle City right on top here early on. Crawford's leading his opponent another merry dance, but this time can't pick the football up. In comes McKellar to do some clean-up work. Does it extremely efficiently. Goes down the wing, however. He's plucked out, I think that's Sam Payne on that far side. Yes, it is. Payne's on the centre wing. Goes square. Interesting kick. And, in fact, that's intercept marked by Sam Borton. So it was dangerous. Left foot kick comes down. That's a 1-on-2 there. Shortler, Rawnsley. There's a spare man back there for Newcastle. Out comes Enright with a left-hand handball. Haswell, that he's ducked his head. He's in trouble. Gone because he ducked his head, Lucas.
Exactly, Dave. Well done.
Little bit of a wrestle. That's Jackson Farquhar at the bottom of that. He's a feisty player. He kicked some goals last time. I think he kicked 3 or 4 from him.
4,
I reckon so. Farquhar goes short, and he finds his man. I thought he'd gone too far, but Lachlan White's a big, tall lad. So White's actually got a very good chance here of posting Terrigal-Avoca's first goal.
He does, Dave.
35 metres out, I reckon. 35 metres out. Maybe 4. No, actually a bit further than I thought.
Yeah,
40 metres out.
Yeah.
Good pictures here on Bar TV. Puts that up. That's gone behind post side. Oh! Nearly takes a mark. Out he comes with the left footer. That is O'Malley. That ball. O'Malley's seen that ball out in front of. O'Malley's seen that ball out in front of Grimmin there, over just past the arc of the meeting of the arc and the boundary line. Lucas.
Sure is, Dave.
Darling's in ruck this time and actually wins that one. He beats Jackson. He's got good body strength. Payne's away here. Terrigal-Avoca got to do with our marking here. They're not marking overly efficiently. Kelleher gets that down. Now, Crawford's got a chance here. Crawford's going to be too quick. If he plays on Kingston all day, Crawford will fix him up. Ball comes out with a little grubby kick off. Has it gone out yet? No. Yes, it has now. Now it has.
Yeah.
O'Malley's over there. As I said, if Crawford's that's 4 times now Crawford's got into space.
Yeah.
They cannot let him have space.
No way.
Kelleher in ruck gets a backhander to that one. Bishop with a little left footer. Ball comes out here. That is Jay Lewis. Now, he'll do something constructive with it. Decides to go long and direct. It's a 1-on-2. Newcastle City have a spare man, and that was one of them. Ball comes out. He'll have a bounce, actually. This is Matt Bailey. Away he comes, Combox side. He's got Enright here. Can he use his body strength? No, he can't. Farquhar comes off him. Pete Van Dam with a right foot scrubby kick comes down. It's a dangerous chaos ball. Straight through. Most impressive Connor Haswell. Very well balanced. And a magnificent kick to Pat Gillingham. I'll get the name right eventually. Baker, this is looking like a training drill. Can they do something here? Wheeler is looking very dangerous, Lucas Holmes.
Yes, we were talking about that a few weeks ago. I think we take comparisons to Ben Hunter. And I can't remember the other player. But that build, that sort of...
Thompson from Nelson Bay. Thompson from Nelson Bay. This bloke's a bit taller, but they're both they're all barrel.
Yeah.
Hunter was in superb form for Warners Bay. God, he was good. And so was Thompson. And Thompson will be very important this afternoon.
He will.
So Wheeler, a very adjacent shot again. This is to give Newcastle City a lovely break at the start of the game. Wheeler, deliberate. Doesn't miss another goal, Josh Wheeler. What a move that's been. Newcastle City 3-2-20 already looking very, very dangerous. Terrigal-Avoca 1 point. Lucas Holmes.
Belmont 16-footer sailing club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16 is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of the Black Diamond AFL. We'll be there on Wednesday night, won't we, Dave?
Cannot wait to be there.
Elliot Davey medal presentation.
Looking forward to it very much. My first Elliot Davey night. Really looking forward to it, Lucas.
Same with me, Dave. It'll be great.
Looking forward to catching up, seeing how it all works and how it's done in our league. Keith's gone into the ruck, so Jackson's having a rest. Cameron Keith, that is. Ball comes out with a right foot grubby kick. Can't quite getting that on his white. Comes back again. Third attempt. Still fourth attempt on hands and knees. Really making effort here. Terrigal-Avoca need to lift their tempo. They're getting run off their feet at the moment. Ball comes out here. We'll get a rotten bounce, I'd imagine, given out the type of football it is. Farquhar, a very quick left-hander. Oh, very well done there by Harris. No, actually, that's Mark Wheeler. And drills him. Absolutely smashes him in the tackle. Seen smothers that one. Oh, great handball to Grimmin. Can he do something tight? Now, who's back there? Is that Jackson? No, it wasn't. That was actually Bailey. And lovely left foot kick comes out. And they're on. Who are they? Who's he going to go to here, though? He decides to go direct. Oh, wow. Actually, should have taken that. Was right on the chest. Gets a second chance. That's Courtney Knight, I think it is. Yep. Courtney Knight. There's a plethora of City players around here. Oh, gone! Great tackle. And they've caught advantage. Grimmin's gone. And away he goes. Up they go. Oh, good contest made there by Clark, actually. Coming through to Bullock Gate was Shortall. But again, Newcastle City clearing up this far side. Bounce, very brave. Great, gracious me. That's trouble. Gone. Oh. And 50 for Descent. I'm sure he's paid 50 free. Yep,
Yep.
he has.
And I think, was it in his back or holding the initial free kick was for?
Oh, should have, in my opinion, it could very well have been holding the ball. He's had a bounce, under duress, ducked his head, and still got the free kick.
Yep. No, I agree with you.
50 metre paid for a bit too much, yep. So Matthew Bailey in a dangerous area. Interesting, the forward line's still reasonably free. Terrigal Vaca starting to flood the area now. Now, he thinks he can actually get the distance here downwind, Lucas. That breeze is there. No, shanked it.
Whoa.
Rotten kick. Comes out and ends up 30 metres short. Handball comes out. And they're away, actually. Grimmon's down that far flank again. This is where Terrigal Vaca getting beaten, Lucas, across the half-back line for Newcastle City. They're getting absolutely destroyed across there. Rawnsley's got to get rid of that football. At least they're making a contest of this one. Ball skews out the back. That's O'Brien going to ground there. Can't quite tell the City player is. It was actually a Sam Payne. Quick handball comes out. Lovely work. Now, Baker. He'll size up and choose the best option as he usually does. Crawford's there. Oh, Mark taken beautifully at the back. Not quite sure who it was by. Anyway, Bishop's got the football, and away they go. This is Alexander White on the flank. Oh, he's got a minute and thought about it. Wheeler's coming, ducks his head, and does extremely well under pressure, except that guess who? Baker is already looking extremely dangerous. Got to find someone here. Now he's gone. Oh, what a pass. Oh. That was just Anthony Baker at his best. Ball's going to stay in. Wheeler disposed of his man. Wheeler's got too much body strength for Hart at the moment.
We were looking, they took that advantage through there, and with the spare Newcastle City player back, they can't go long and high. They've got to lower their eyes and be more direct.
Or go sideways and wait for numbers.
Yep.
Just see if they've got a spare me. Yes, they have. Over here at centre half back, there is a spare player. So Terrigal's playing one play and loose as well. Terrigal of Oak, I beg your pardon. Gillingham's in there, but can't quote this one. Seen puts a tackle on. Oh, could kick out his own player. Ball comes out there to Billings, gets a long left-footed down. That's direct play. Rawnsley gets a punch out. Is this now? Terrigal of Oak has a chance here. Clark can't quite get smothered off the boot by Ian Baker, the dependable left-footed backman. Goes short when he puts his man under enormous pressure. Liam Dwyer's good enough. G did that well, but the disposal's not perfect. Goes to ground. Mitchell Knight, dangerous. Gets brought to ground himself. Jackson Farquhar out to Grimmin there. Grimmin can't quite get the football. O'Malley was dragged out of that. Mitchell Knight comes back again. Handballs it to the wrong man. This is Lachlan. What's been paid?
Free kick after the ball has been
Mitchell
disposed of. Yeah.
Knight got pushed in the back, I reckon. Goes short and intercepted by Borton. Doesn't take the mark, but does enough. Bishop runs off him, gets the football. Intercepted again at centre half back. This time by Ian Baker. Mitchell Knight goes short and finds Cade Triffett. Triffett's gone too quickly, and they're trying to play on at all costs here. Grimmin gets the football down. Grimmin's been very good in the last 5 minutes, Lucas.
Yes, he has, Dave.
Turns, steps his man.
There's
gone! Magnificent tackle made by Rawnsley, I think, on Warren. Yep, Rawnsley it was.
Yep. That's what they've done very well as Newcastle City at the beginning of the game. They've gone very short and direct to their forwards and leading out, done very well.
At the back there, Webster, who's been relatively quiet this first quarter, to be honest with you. Ball comes out there. Now, Austin Clark's got a couple of yards here. Can he do something with it? Gets a handball out. Shortall's there. Now, beautifully smothered. Magnificent.
Well done.
Back comes Austin Clark. Another great tackle. Shortall this time does get a kick to it. Dangerous. Mark not taken, actually, which it should have been. Is that Baker at the back there? Yep. You can tell by the way cleanness of the hands. Ian Baker, left foot kick out. Out of bounds on the bounce. Terrigal of Oka haven't got a key forward at the moment.
They haven't. Was that Angus? What is it? Borton's in the middle of the ground. Is Angus?
Look, they might have people in the positions, but there's no one at the moment to kick to.
Is that Angus Darling on the bench? Is it Angus?
It is. Darling's on the bench with O'Brien and Doug Clark and Grimmin. Grimmin's knocked up getting kicks. He's been very good this quarter.
Yeah.
Webster going to try go left side of his body. Does to Borton. Gets him up high. Up the ball comes. That's Brandon. I think that was Brandon. It was. Yeah, that was Brandon Thomas with that one. Ball comes out. Shortall's in there. So's Matt Bailey.
Interesting handball there, I thought.
Very now, lots of Terrigal Voca plays at the
Bishop screaming for it.
Brandon Thomas again. Oh, finds Baker in the hole again. Gee, he knows where to be. Now, he's going to go short and down. Hoswell's away. Now, Newcastle City need to put a shepherd on because they've got a 2-on-3. Here that comes now. Baker will probably get that ball and do something with it. He'll hit him. Watch this ball hit him on the chest. Oh, my goodness. It's a clinic when you watch him play. Haswell's kept on going. Dangerous for Terrigal Voca. Haswell's a good user of the footy. Ooh. This time he kicks it to a 50-50 ball. Courtney Knight gets worried out of it by Brandon Kings, who ends up stepping out of trouble beautifully. Ball comes out there. Haswell's got the sit. and takes a very composed mark at centre wing. Very composed, diving backwards. Goes backwards. And that one was to Mac O'Malley. Now, Enright stayed down here. That's how Matt Wheeler. Can he finish from there? Oh, you are kidding me. Oh, Lucas Holmes, how's that?
That was
the Polynesian sidestep and the finish. Matt Wheeler, magnificent goal. I beg your pardon, Mark Wheeler, number 48 for Newcastle City. Have you got that on replay for us, Isaac? If you have, that'd be lovely to have a look at, because that was quite brilliant. It was brutal and brilliant.
It was very well done there.
Here we go
Matt
again.
Wheeler.
Watch him get the football here. He's just going to run straight over Webster.
Oh.
Bang. And watch the finish, everyone. Does not look like Minning. Oh, woo. Wow.
There's a few of Dust House contenders very early on in this game, Dave.
Oh, wow. Yes, indeed. Mitchell Crawford over here. And now Mark Wheeler. This is looking very worrying for Terrigal Avoca. They're down by 25 points, 21 minutes into the first quarter. And Newcastle City, Lucas, to be quite honest, are all over him like a cheap suit.
Yeah.
Keith gets beaten by Borton. He's just a little bit shorter than Jackson, and that's where Borton's going to get most of the football. Ball comes across. He's dangerous, but surely that's over the shoulder. He was a touch late. No harm done. Triffett with a brave mark there. Goes wing side, and they're away again, to use Lucas Holmes' terms. That's Enright. He's left-footed. Who's he going to go for here? He might go for home. Can't quite grab the ball, and he kicks a point. Newcastle City 4-3-27. Terrigal Avoca 1 point. 22 minutes. Lucas Holmes.
As a kick short from the kick out. Very well done. Was that Jay Lewis there through the corridor?
Ball comes out there. Pete Van Dam's taken an important mark there. One of the first they've taken across half forward, Lucas.
Yeah.
Van Dam goes high. That's it. It's not a good situation for Terrigal Avoca, although he makes an excellent contest, does Angus Darling, as he usually does, to be honest with you. Left-hand handball from Baker comes out. He's going to go and butter up, because for once he's put his man under pressure. Baker's going to get the football up, does clean up professionally, and away they go. The amount of times they get clean ball off Baker is ridiculous. Out that ball comes to Enright, who's on his own again. Now he's going to try and step Grim in, and he can't quite do so. Here's Sam Payne. Does the turnaround. Now he's got a chance. He's actually decided to go long. It's a one-on-one contest. Wheeler, one-handed. No, can't quite get there. Didn't get that third touch, Lucas. Well done eventually by Terrigal Avoca. Ball comes out there to McKellar. Goes long, uncontested, Sam O'Brien. O'Brien goes quickly. Looking for Darling. Oh, pushes off. And he's away here, Angus Darling. Great tackle, Angus Darling. What's the decision here? That was a superb ball and all tackle, Lucas Holmes.
He did very well there, Angus Darling, to roll the man over, because it looked like initially he was going to go straight into his back.
And that's the turtling.
Yeah.
That's what you expect in an experienced footballer to turtle, and that's exactly what it is. Turtling everyone means you just basically turn them over and try and get them on their back rather than ride him into the ground. If you're not sure what that term means. Ball in dispute here. Hand comes out from Haswell. Somehow gets that ball out. And there's a left foot scrubby kick comes out. He's going to look for it. That's a push in the back.
There, though.
That's an absolute push. It's a high tackle. High tackle. Kelleher. Away they go. Payne's taken that and gone. Wheeler's going to touch that. Crawford's out the back. He's on his own. Crawford's still on his own here. Now actually needs to get into the contest. He was sitting out there trying to get the kick with too many men free. Now, here's a race. Aaron Seen's got the sit here over Alexander White. Now he'll turn onto his left. Guarantee it. Does. Steps back. Guess who's sitting at quarterback? Anthony Baker. And he's free, Gillingham, if that's Pat. Actually, this is O'Malley. Now, what's he going to do? Goes short. Oh, what a lovely disposal. Here's the league's leading goal kicker. Now, Mitchell Crawford, Lucas.
Yep.
Two things will happen here. One is he'll kick it himself.
Yep.
And two, he's got the ticket to back himself.
Yeah. Which that's what you want, though, from a key small forward.
Now, this becomes an enormous kick in the context of the first quarter. Mitchell Crawford after the siren to put Newcastle City 32 points in front. Here we go. Crawford shanks it. He'll be lucky to be a point. Out of bounds on the full.
Everything.
After the first quarter, Newcastle City 4-3-27. Terrigal Avoca 1 point. No goals for Terrigal Avoca. 2 goals to surprise centre-half forward Josh Wheeler, 1 to his brother Mark Wheeler, and 1 to Mitch Crawford.
Yeah.
Very briefly, Lucas Holmes, your thoughts?
Very, very brief. We'll keep it brief. City, very good, I think, as we just touched on there. Josh Wheeler up front, and then Anthony Baker, that loose player at the back, just sweeping. His disposal has been superb already, Dave. We've seen that. And for Terrigal Avoca, Darling in the ruck's been good, and Sam Borton also in the middle and playing forward. Just had a few turnovers in the centre of the ground and got those penetrating kicks forward, Dave.
Grimmond as well.
Yes, Grimmond, yeah.
Back with you shortly with Newcastle City up by 26.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially Black Diamond AFL.
A massive thank you to all of their sponsors.
BLK, the major sponsor and official apparel supplier of Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment.
GE Industrial Solutions, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers for the past 50 years.
Wilson Security, Australia's largest and most innovative security provider.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Prime 7, coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon.
Star 104.5, the home of Rabbit and Julie Goodwin, playing more music variety.
The Entertainment Grounds, one of the Central Coast's premier events locations.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast.
And Subway Morisset. Subway, eat fresh.
And remember to tune in to our Brekkie Show 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Obviously a long time to go, but to sort of get that sniff and that belief back.
Big understatement.
Yeah.
Terrigal Avoca need a couple of goals in clumps, actually.
Yeah. One after another. One to Terrigal Avoca. One to
Just going to cut
City.
in, please.
Sorry.
2 huddles. Double huddle here from Terrigal Avoca. There's Combog's one, and there was one on the other flank. They've come in Combog's side, but there was a double huddle there. Interesting to watch the tactics at kickouts. These things happen towards the finals. We saw it at a couple of other games, particularly Nelson Bay, didn't we?
We did.
Warners Bay used it brilliantly. Away goes Kello now. He's on his natural side there if he can get the football. He ends up getting it, screws the kick across. Oh, Lux of Fortune. Actually, no, that's not Lux of Fortune. Courtney Knight was in the right spot at the right time because he was in front.
And such an experienced and good player that Courtney Knight is. That's not luck. That's just his positioning. Well done, Courtney Knight. Not to put the commentators miles better, he should kick this, Dave.
Oh, no, he'll kick it. It's Courtney Knight.
Fair enough. Exactly right, too.
20 metres out. Slight angle. Very good pictures here. Look at our camera footage. We'll have a look at this straight away. The commentator's Moz works again. Good on you, Redden. Now I've got egg in my face, and Holmes is sitting there chuckling away in the background. Newcastle City 4-5-29.
I did say it too, Dave. You're not the only one. Is that Chris Bishop with a kick out?
Bishop, yep. Straight down the middle.
Sure.
It's dangerous because he missed his target. Baker is in his rights to have a shot here. This will test him. He usually is a 25 to 35 minute kicker, Lucas.
Yeah.
So he's going to kick just inside the creek. He decides to go short to an unmarked. Oh, it's called not 15. That should be gone then. Goodness gracious me. I thought that was clearly 15 minutes anyway. Jackson gets cruelled by the bounce. O'Malley with a terrific tackle on Grimmin.
Good, but aggressive.
Very. Borton should go left foot off the ground. He can't bend down quite as well as the others. Seen's trying to worry him out of it. Borton's actually done a very, very good job with 2 rovers on him in Dwyer and Seen to get the ball out.
Exactly. Under pressure. So
or 2 mid-sized plays anyway.
Within his rights to do that.
Borton and Jackson. No one. It hits the ground. Jackson was trying to put the body work on there. He's got body strength on, and Borton, that's what he's trying to do every time. Knight gets a football out with a right-hander, and he's paid a free kick for over the shoulder. Advantage taken by Baker and called. Gets it away quickly. 2-on-2 contest. Roving. Absolutely brilliant. O'Malley's actually... I don't know what he's done there. He's had 3 guesses at that and eventually taken the worst of the 3 and kicked a point.
He has.
Newcastle City, 4-6-30. Terrigal Avoca, 1 point. 4 minutes... 14, 4.25 minutes into the second quarter here at Newcastle number 1 Sports Ground. He really should have taken his first option there, Lucas.
He should have. As you say in the business, first option is always the best option, Dave.
Okay. So there's 2 distinct areas here where Terrigal Avoca got set up. This is the guys running from the side down the middle, and it's worked brilliantly. White gets that football. That's Lachlan White.
Yep.
That's clearly a set play, especially with the kick of the talent of Baker. In front, Clark can't quite get it. Tucked his head at the last second. Gillingham is in there. So's Van Dam. Van Dam won't take a backward step. Ball comes out. That's a left footer. Needs to get a hand of that as Rawnsley, and he can't. Or does he? I think that's a goal.
I think it is too.
It is a goal.
Number 2, that was.
We'll need to see a replay to see who's kicked that, actually.
Number 2, Jack Grimmin, I'm sure.
Of a left, was it?
Yes.
I'll just wait if we can get a replay of that one, Isaac. I wasn't sure who kicked it because he went left-footed. Grimmin's right-footed natural. Let's have a look here. So, Van Dam comes, crash ball. That's left-footed. You know what? That's Corey Billings.
Is it Billings?
It's Billings, number 12, because he's left-footed.
Sorry, viewers.
So, Corey Billings kicks the goal for Terrigal Avoca. Much-needed goal. Terrigal Avoca, 1-1-7. Newcastle City, 4-6-30. And we're in the second quarter here at Newcastle number 1.
Dave?
Borton gets a left-hander out there. Ball comes forward for Newcastle City. James Webster's got the football, goes onto his left. Gets a lovely kick out and finds O'Brien. Beautiful pass by O'Brien. Webster off his non-dominant side. Haswell tries to chip in there and get that football. Can't quite take the mark. Comes back for seconds. Rawnsley should have got a push in the back. Umpires decided that I'll have it. Thank you. 6 minutes into quarter number 2. Terrigal Avoca steadying slightly. Just down by 23 points at the moment. But City had clearly the better of play. Borton left-handed. Webster's in there, can't quite get his hands on the football. Liam Dwyer's out there, goes to his right foot, goes a little dinky kick that just probably does what he intended it to Lucas and goes out of bounds and creates a stoppage.
Yep. Getting a bit more of the ball, Terrigal Avoca, which is obviously going to help their cause to get back into this game. Just need to sustain it now, though, Dave.
Yes. Borton left-handed, just gets that one out. Webster lets his teammate out there, gets Lewis, gets one of his best mates, gets a right foot kick out. Now, this is dangerous, in a dangerous area for Terrigal Avoca. Anyway, Haswell left-handed. Bailey, he's the man. He's where they get a lot of their drive from. What a magnificent kick by Bailey. That's interference, surely, and paid.
Aaron's.
And advantage won't be paid because he didn't get enough of advantage. Now, is that Baker?
Is it Aaron's? Is it Scene,
Left-footed
maybe?
Scene. Good call. The Tasmanian Rover comes down. Oh, intercept mark. No, he's dropped it. That could be costly. Comes back for more. Vazan actually does a very good job and gets that ball out. Ball comes out. He's seen, misses what he otherwise might have taken. Comes back for more. Gets worried out of it by Grimmond, I think. Lewis back to his best mate, Webster. Little short right foot kick. His intercept marked by Ian Bain. No, not paid. Touched off hands. Rawnsley should be tapping that out. Oh, gets that out of there somehow. I don't know how. Ball comes out here. Now that's Chris Jackson smothered off the boot. Mitchell Knight turns around as he often does, takes the tackle. Borton with a right foot kick down into the forward line. Van Dam's out of position. Now, that's Bailey, I think. Yes, it is. Bailey's got the football and decides to go to ground. Now, has he got time? Yes, he has.
Plenty of it.
Has a bounce now even. Well done, Matthew Bailey. After going to ground, he's got rid of that football.
And then gains a substantial amount of distance,
50 or 60 metres. There was a question there made by Terrigal Avoca players about deliberate, but wasn't deliberate.
No.
23-point lead in Newcastle City here in the second semi-final at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. If you're not doing anything else, get down here to watch some footy. If you can't, enjoy the Bar TV pictures. Bar TV, the best in the business. Jackson. No, Borton keeps his body strength well and gets a left-hander down. Good tackle made by Borton. Borton's coming right back into this contest, Lucas.
He is, Dave. He started fairly well, Borton, but Chris Jackson obviously
Jackson with a right-hander, right footer in the ruck, you knucklehead. Ball comes out. Mitchell Knight with that handball out, so it's clears the play. Enright stays on his left. Beautiful handball, Mac O'Malley. Now, can O'Malley find someone? No, he in fact overkicked that one, and very well read by Terrigal Avoca there at the back. I think that might be
James Hart.
It's Hart. It's Jimmy, is it? Thank you, Jimmy Hart. Goes long. Borton worried out of it by Jackson. Jay Lewis has the football now. Comes back onto his right. Webster, little short handball, finds his man, Alexander White. Down the flank. Mark could have been taken there by Ian Baker. Ball still in play. Rawnsley comes down, puts his body into it. Turns around here. Ball continues on. Umpire says, thank you, it's mine. Now, someone's been thrown out of the play. Just waiting for a decision here there, Lucas.
5 Newcastle City. That is Luke
Rawnsley.
Yeah.
No, ball up. Jackson's caught underneath the football and ends up getting a right-hander down to that. Doesn't go out of bounds on the full, so it is now a boundary throw-in. Just right in front of the scorebox, actually. Right in front of the scoreboard here at #1. Scoreboard that's showing Newcastle City 4-6-30, Terrigal Avoca 1-1-7. Jackson, Borton, even money that time, really. Comes out there to Lachlan White. Now, Darling stayed at the back. Can he make something of it? No, he can't so far. Ball comes out here in an interesting handball. Now, out we come. That's Ian Baker. Beautiful kick to Mitchell Crawford in front. That, again, doesn't his hands betray him. Brandon Thomas gets that football out. Now, here's a chance for Billings. Can he kick his second in the quarter? No, not enough time. Mitchell Knight worried him out of it. In fact, the ball's gone square. Bit of a set there between Mitchell Knight and Corey Billings. They both come off. Out there on the far flank, Borton hands out to Lewis. He's immediately listens to the voice of Webster, who's almost in centre field. Ball over kicked. Can Mitchell Crawford put pressure on him? Here's danger. That's Baker, and they've got a break here. Lovely pass, and he's going to go. Can Gillingham finish? No, he cannot. 4-7 now, Newcastle City. Wonder if this will cost them later on. Terrigal Avoca 1-1-7. Someone's cooking a barbecue over at our left, Lucas Holmes. Smells rather nice.
It does.
I think Isaac might have actually had some barbecue earlier on. He did. Yeah, nodding his head very gleefully. Terrigal Avoca, Lucas, change up. Have a look at this. One huddle right down the spine. So there is no one from Terrigal Avoca out. So if you can see on your screen, they're all in one cluster.
No outriders either from...
No outriders. Bishop's going to go down. Works magnificently to Thomas. And again, this is Jimmy Hart that's run on. If he gets a guy, he does it. He gets a
good tackle.
That's almost an elbow. Oh, gracious me! That's a tough decision to make.
I thought it was a good tackle.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Yeah,
I disagree. That's all. I'm allowed to say that. That's about all I'll say.
That's all good.
Touched off the hands. Rover comes in. Now that's Baker at the back. He'll try and do something clean with it. Gets it to Kelleher just. Makes a good contest. That's actually holding the man because the ball had gone. Who's that high tackle to? Jimmy Hart. Is it? No, it's Jackson Farquhar. Thomas, who's got a lot of kicks this quarter, comes out under the wing. Away he goes. Out of bounds on the full. And the Newcastle City crowd give it to him. That's part of football, isn't it?
It is.
Ian Baker. Oh, he's called him to play on. Now, what's the decision? What's the decision? Yeah. What's the decision? I think it's out of bounds. Bounds. So that he's made a decision that he's actually tackled over the line.
No, so he played on. He
and the play on was right.
Yeah.
And then he went out.
Yeah. Play
Would
on.
have almost been done for taking it out of bounds.
Yes.
Darling uses his strength, double hander. Out comes Mark Wheeler. I'm sorry. Now, Enright's going to try and get onto his left here if he can. And he works his way around it. And a beautiful pass to Wheeler again. Enright's looking very dangerous. Now, Wheeler,
yeah.
Now, this is interesting. This time, he's kicking fair into the teeth of this breeze.
Yes.
And it's just a breeze. Best way to kick this, Lucas, is about three-quarter goalpost high and drill it rather than putting it up.
Yep.
See what the thought process is here with Wheeler. Wheeler's going for his third. Interesting tactical switch, Lucas, I say again, of Mitchell Knight to put Josh Wheeler up front. Should kick inside 50. Goes high-ish. And goes across the face. So Newcastle City have kicked, I think, 5 or 6 straight points. They're now 4-8-32.
Yep.
And haven't kicked a goal this quarter. Terrigal-Avoca 1-1-7. So Terrigal-Avoca have certainly stemmed the flow.
They have.
Okay, it's a spine. They've got spot players down the spine here. There's a whistle blown for playing, and away we go. Darling can't quite get there, I don't think. No. Comes out with a fascinating handball. Now, that's Jackson Crawford. Goes up in the air. Scenes underneath this. Can't quite take the mark. Beautifully read by James Webster. Again, showing terrific balance and spatial awareness. But an interesting handball that time. Pressure here for City. Now, that's Mark Wheeler. Can he get the ball in? No.
Not quite.
I was looking forward to another Polynesian sidestep, actually.
Yep.
Now, it's on here, right in front. That's Josh Wheeler. That's why they try and get under his skin, because Wheeler can do fiery things like that.
Yep.
Jay Lewis is fighting way over his weight division with Wheeler there, I'd suggest you. Ball comes out. Marking contest. No. Goes to ground, actually. Now, can he make a contest, Gillingham? Oh, kick the goal. What a tackle. Oh, that's brilliant. Goal-saving tackle from Damon Smith.
Yes.
And goes right across the face. Wheeler, off the ground. Cristiano Ronaldo side, kicks a point. Newcastle City 4-9-33. Terrigal-Avoca 1-1-7. I'll say it now. I'm going to come back later on. 4-9. 4-9.
Yep.
Could be interesting.
I agree.
Terrigal-Avoca's split up this time. They've gone split huddle. Bishop goes far wing. And Jackson's cut in front and taken a mark in front of Darling there, I think. Darling's got to let him go. So, Jackson, deepish in the pocket. If he kicks this, he'll be just on 50. Doesn't take his time.
Just spots it
Goes
up.
more than a hot spot. Yes, and mark taken, I think. Is that Courtney Knight?
I think it may be. Yes,
Yes,
it is.
very unselfish of Jackson there. Goes, as you said, Lucas, well picked, hot spotted it.
Yep.
And Knight, as a result, has got a kick from almost straight in front. As in front of us, Anthony Baker comes on the field. Nice replacement, replacing Enright.
Not bad.
No, not quality.
Not quite.
Now, Courtnney Knight, to be fair, needs to kick this.
He
Newcastle
does.
City have been errant with their shooting. I backed him last time. I refused to do so this time. We'll just wait and see what happens.
Yep.
Courtney Knight, straight
not
over the
move.
goal umpire's hat. Goal to Courtney Knight. Newcastle City 5-9-39. Terrigal-Avoca 1-1-7. Lucas J. Holmes.
I shall, Dave. G Industrial Solutions. G Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Also proud sponsor of the BDAFL Women's Competition.
The BDAFL Women's Competition Grand Final next week.
Yes.
Now, undefeated Nelson Bay against their great rivals Newcastle City. Cannot wait. Twilight game, 4 o'clock, yellow football.
Will be great,
We'll be
Dave.
here, Lucas.
We will be.
Darling and Keast. No, Jackson, I beg your pardon. Jackson will be most offended with that. Left footer out. 1-on-2. So Terrigal-Avoca got on the spare man. I think that might have been McKellar that got that one out. Now, Wheeler's hands betraying this time. Gets a good tackle onto Hart, who's got enough body strength to get a handball away. Webster straight down the throat of Rawnsley. steps left, gets onto his left foot and goes to a 1-on-2. 1-on-3. Oh. Courtney Knight, judging by the body strength, yes.
Yeah.
It's interesting. When you watch Crawford, sometimes I reckon he stays out of marking contests he needs to get into.
Yes.
But he works very well with Knight and McDonald because he's deliberately dangerous because he doesn't go in a contest and gets the crumbs.
Yes.
A goal, Courtney Knight kicking goals is not good for the rest of the competition, is it?
No, not at all. Especially, he hasn't. It was we were touching before the game as he makes his way into goal, probably about 15 metres out on a slight angle.
Kick it. Yeah. Second Moz by Redden.
Yeah.
Courtney Knight a post up.
He's been out. He's been a great addition back, obviously, for that Newcastle City forward line. That sort
Can
of.
you give us a score there, please, Lucas?
Yeah, 5 goals, 10 Newcastle City to 1 goal, 1.
Now, I wonder if this ball's going to go down the centre. It's not. Sorry, you go.
No, it's fine. He's been a great addition, especially, as we were saying before, with McDonald out, just because that extra firepower.
Magnificent hands. James Webster finds Sam O'Brien, who also finds Shorter. Now, Shorter's got to stay on his feet here. Should have taken that mark. Sorry to cut it.
That's fine. I'll just touch on it again quickly. With McDonald out, Knight just adds that extra firepower, star power to a very, very ever-present and effective Newcastle City forward line.
He didn't actually kick that one very well. It was really his run-up was wrong.
Yeah.
He's off balance. That one's won by Keith that time. It goes over the shoulder. Got enough body strength. Now, Baker's in trouble here. He's got 1-on-2. Webster gets a handball out right-handed. Magnificent handball. Oh, Kingston. No way. Oh, it does a right angle. You wouldn't believe it. That looks spot on for a goal. Okay, ball comes out in the far wing. It's an even contest. Farquhar, and he's gone to ground. Now, away he goes. Jackson Crawford has got the actual paddock here. Should keep on going. Doesn't. Now he finds Sean. Can Sean make them pay? No, that's to Wheeler. Oh, intercept marked by Smith. And a closed down tackle made. Newcastle City should have They've still got a chance. Ball comes up. Sean right in front.
Yes.
Yes. Wheeler, they needed the only bit of that wasn't superb was the finish to Wheeler, but they're still making the pay. And again, we've spoken so many times, going to ground, not wise.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in a semi-final, Dave.
I'm sure that'll be something that your coach talks about tomorrow, Louis.
Yeah, it will.
Aaron Sean, straight over the goal umpire's hat. Newcastle City further in front. 6:10:46. Terra 1-1-7. We have gone 19 minutes in this second quarter. And things are not looking very good for Terra. They're getting touched up. They've kicked 1 goal in almost 2 quarters of footy, Lucas Holmes.
They have, Dave. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider, delivering a wide range of services to a diverse range of customers. For all of your security needs, call Wilson Security on 1300 Wilson. So proud sponsors of this match of the day. Well, 2 matches of the day, as you could call it, Dave.
They've been great supporters. You can see them on your screen there in the bottom right-hand corner. They're one of Australia's biggest security companies. They do a wonderful job. Airports, car parks, general security. 1-800 Wilson. Up goes Keast. No, Borton beats him pointless. Bishop gets pushed out of that, actually.
Yep.
Keast trying to get a handball out using his superior body strength. Rawns in there. He's actually come away with that. He's looking for it. Someone's gone out the backside. Jackson Crawford, who's been very good in the last few minutes. Bit too long that kick, but he makes a decent contest. I think that's Mitchell Knight, is it? Ducks his head. It is Mitchell Knight by the look of it. Yep. Great body strength. Hooks the kick slightly, and a very good safe mark. I think that's taken by number 22. Yes, Corbin Bond.
Yeah.
Doesn't have much to kick to. In fact, Borton's on. No, can't get to the football. Payne, Jackson. Jackson does the right thing and smothers. Borton keeps on coming. Handball comes out. Rawnsy's at the back here. Shepherd put on. Oh, ducks his head. Trouble. No, umpire says it's mine. Obviously did not pay prior there.
Yes. Joseph O'Brien again, bang on the spot. Side on, very well done.
Short kick, throw up. It favours Keast. Rawnsy with a left foot right round the corner. Should be Webster's. Is chest. Looks quickly to his coach. Beautiful, courageous mark.
Top of the arm.
Gee, that's a good grab under enormous pressure. That's the example you need to set. Away he goes. Kicks left side. Oh, what a kick. Just can't find it. Oh, he's taken out of that and called. Yep. I was wondering if he's going to pay that. It was an interesting free kick because he got him front on.
Yep. I think he paid it for high contact rather than holding, I think, Dave.
I think this, judging by the look of it, that is Jackson Farquhar on that far side. So, again, a much-needed goal for Terra. And he's away he goes. Webster's come along.
That's
Beautiful play, James Webster. And there's a little wrestle on here, Lucas, just while it's going. And there's been a bit of argy-bargy after. They're actually after. Farquhar's right into Haswell there.
Right.
That's not usually Haswell's go. Goal to James. Another one out the back here. There'll be a free kick given here in a minute if someone doesn't, if they lose their discipline. Goal to James Webster. Second goal there. Yeah,
Yep.
that was a bit interesting.
Yeah, it was. I was just watching the ball sail through for the goal. I didn't really see what happened in the back play there.
It actually happened. Must have been something almost straight after the ball went through. So
Yep.
anyway, no harm, no foul. Away
No.
we go. Terrigal-Avoca trying to keep within distance here. They're 33 points down, 22 minutes into the second quarter. Newcastle City 6-10, Terrigal-Avoca 2-1. Jackson up before acceptances, which means that Borton gets the football. Ball in dispute. Packer plays around. Umpire says, thank you, I shall have it. Borton all over Keith there, and in fact gets the football. Mark Wheeler with the football, puts his body over it, can't quite get it. Farquhar with a little strange handball gets it out. Bishop, no, can't quite take. The amount of blokes that have gone under the ball today is quite large. Oh, lovely handball, Darling to Shortle. Now, can Shortle do something creative? No, beautiful take by Bailey. In the square, looking for, is that Kelleher? Oh, no, Thomas can't quite get there. Got to take your
Tap his feet.
Now, Van Dam, that's not 15. Bishop could kick that. Downfield free kick, I think, Lucas Holmes.
Oh,
Waiting for the decision. Tempers are getting frayed here, Lucas.
they are.
Now, Lucas, I'm not sure if this is a downfield kick or whether it's at the point of play. Just waiting for the umpire.
Umpire actually.
They're trying to get a downfield kick. I'm still not sure what's going on here. There's controlling umpires just inside the arc.
Yep.
So let's have a look and see here. I think it's Pete Van Dam. And the ball's coming back. So I would suggest that that's Peter Van Dam having a kick for no, it's not Van Dam. I think is that Shortle? It's actually Bishop.
Yep.
So Bishop's got the footy for a foul in the process of kicking, not after.
Not after that.
Otherwise, it would have been right down there.
Point exactly.
So Bishop, who's a good kick, will kick from just on the arc.
Has not moved.
Chris Bishop, very important. 2 goals in a row. Terrigal-Avoca. Newcastle City 6-10-46. Terrigal-Avoca 3-1-19. Newcastle City still leading by 27 points. Lucas, the time point is?
It is just over 24 minutes gone in this second quarter, Dave.
And tempers are getting a little bit frayed. So it'd be very interesting to see if they've got to keep their discipline. And so Wheeler's kicked 2. Everybody else in the all other goal kickers have just kicked 1. So the only vulnerable goal kicker, Josh Wheeler. So 46-19, 24 and a half minutes gone here at number 1. Terrigal-Avoca grimly hanging on, Lucas.
Yeah.
Keast in the ruck, gets that one down. Webster is free and unattended. That's dangerous. Thomas away he goes. He's been good, Lucas.
He has, Dave.
Little short kick. Finds Brandon.
Very
That's
nice
Braden
mark.
Kingston.
Sorry.
He's too far out. He'll hotspot this. He's got no choice almost. Oh. Out of bounds with the full, I think. Yes. So ball doesn't go perhaps where he wanted. Rawnsley deep up there, and that's half time. Newcastle City 6-10-46, profligate shooting. Terrigal-Avoca 3-1-19. Goal kickers for City. Wheeler has 2. Josh, that is. Courtney Knight, Aaron Seen, Mitch Crawford, and Mark Wheeler have 1 each. Lucas, the Terrigal goal kickers, please.
One goal each to Corey Billins, Chris Bishop. And I'm missing 1 goal
James
there.
Webster.
James Webster,
Was
sorry.
that long
sorry.
big bomb.
Yep, that's fine.
Briefly
Sorry.
before we go to a halftime break, almost par there. Newcastle City with 27 points or 26 points up. They've held their own.
Yep.
Poor shooting. Hasn't cost them yet. Terrigal-Avoca just hanging on. And as I said, the Tempers getting a little bit frayed towards the end. Terrigal-Avoca did enough that quarter for me to think that they're going to have some good parts of play in the rest of this game.
Yep.
As I said, they're holding on only.
Yeah, and we just saw then with the last 2 goals going to James Webster and Chris Bishop. They need their senior and their more prolific players to stand up, including that of Jay Lewis.
Lewis has been quiet.
Yeah, he has been quiet. Those 3 in particular need to stand up if Terrigal-Avoca are to get into this game and hit the front, Dave.
Thank you, Lucas. Agree with that there, mate. 27 points up to City at halftime here at number 1. Back with you shortly.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service.
Command, this is Car 33. I'm going on my break.
Perfect, we have a visual.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially Black Diamond AFL.
A massive thank you to all of their sponsors.
BLK, the major sponsor and official apparel supplier of Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment.
GE Industrial Solutions, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers for the past 50 years.
Wilson Security, Australia's largest and most innovative security provider.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Prime 7 coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon.
Star 104.5, the home of Rabbit and Julie Goodwin, playing more music variety.
The Entertainment Grounds, one of the Central Coast's premier events locations.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast.
And Subway Morisset. Subway, eat fresh.
And remember to tune in to our Brekkie Show 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
And we're back as Newcastle City come onto the ground here for the second half of this second semi-final, grand final qualifier actually in the Black Diamond Cup for season 216. Lucas Holmes and Newcastle City, other than Newcastle City, probably should be 50 points in front with the way they've kicked.
They probably should be, Dave. They've had a fair few standout players stamp their authority on the game already. We're just looking for that. As we said before, we had a little break there. The senior players such as Jay Lewis and Chris Bishop and James Webster to stamp their authority on the game for Terrigal Avoca.
I was thinking during the break, I actually overheard a little bit of Chris Bishop speaking to his players, and he was very calm and said, it's momentum. He said we have to take advantage of the momentum swings in the game. I was thinking, can you think of two things you would do for Terrigal Avoca to bridge a 27-point gap? One of them is they've got to get the ball into Lewis's hands more. He's been quiet. And the other one, Doug Clark's hardly got a sniff. Newcastle's backline, City's backline have really shut him down.
The last game I remember we did, I think, was it? Yeah, Terrigal Avoca, and I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly what game, the last game we did of Terrigal Avoca, but I remember Lewis was playing off the half back. I think may have been at Adelaide Street against Killarney Vale. He was playing off half back and playing that in that rebounding role. And that's where he got most of his touches, and as well as repelling.
I think that was the game that I was on leave. I think I was OS that week, and I'm pretty sure that's right.
Maybe,
I was thinking get him onto the half bank, get him in the quarterback role.
Yeah.
The Terrigal Avoca breaking down at centre half forward consistently.
Yeah. Yeah. So as well as repelling the attack, repelling the attack right, and then setting his own attack up as well.
Yes, and Terrigal Avoca now are kicking into this breeze. Now it is, you can't see on your screens, but there is what I would call a light to moderate breeze. It's it's a bit fluky, but the trees certainly at Newcastle number one, especially up the big trees around the ground, are moving ever so slightly but consistently from left to right. So we're just about ready to go in this third quarter. Again, stay with us after this. Excuse me, everyone.
Are you right there, Dave?
No, I've actually been a little bit unwell during the week.
Right.
So, a bit of sickness at our place. Stay with us because we've got the sudden death cutthroats. Nelson Bay and Cardiff game. Lucas, wow, should be a ripper.
Just as the Nelson Bay players make our way in front of us, probably down into the change rooms now.
Yes, the rules state that the rooms are available to teams after half time of the previous game.
Yep.
So Nelson Bay on their way into the rooms, and they've got a massive task. In good form, there's Jeremy Eddy and Sean McGrath and all the boys, Jaden Reimer and Lukey Price. They're all walking, Billy Barton, getting ready for the next game.
Yep.
So we wish them and Cardiff luck, and we're about to get going here. Sirens blown. We're just about ready to go. Jackson and Borton again. This is the Premiership quarter, Lucas Holmes.
Yeah, sure is, Dave.
Away we go. Ball actually swerves in the air. Jackson just gets a hand to it. Comes down to Bishop. Way Bishop goes. Darling tackled. He needs to lift as well. Ball held to him. No opportunity. Darling needs to get some clean possessions rather than getting scraped. He needs to get some ball.
Yes,
okay?
as we said that before.
Darling's a stronger man than Bishop in the ruck. Let's see if he uses that. He does. Gets a right-hander out. Webster, a very short left-footed kick. Baker will take that on the chest in front of Sam O'Brien and will extricate himself from that situation. Baker looking for Haswell, I would reckon, with a little short kick. He pops it up a bit. Oh, strong hands in front of Webster. He's a strong lad, Connor Haswell.
Yes.
Not a big man, but he's got very strong upper body. Speaking of upper bodies, Ben Thompson's just walked in front of us. There's one bloke you don't want to run into. Gillingham. Oh, magnificent handball. That it was almost too quick. Enright's got a chance here. Now McCrawford's standing off him as he usually does, trying to get the ball. Great tackle. Gone. Oh, he's paid holding the man.
Yeah. No, I agree there. The ball got disposed of. I'm not sure if it was illegal disposal or not.
You
definitely taken after the ball.
Happy with that, Lucas. Alexander White out to the far side. Shortle out of the forward line. Union sitting up there at half-back flank is Matthew Shortle. Surveying his options, decides to go short down the flank and finds Sam Borton or Clark. That's Clark, I beg your pardon. Clark with a 40-metre kick down the flank. Looking for him, beautifully finding the classy, the skillful James Webster. Off 1 foot, pass, great football. Braden Kingston. Now, Kingston's been moved out of the back line to the forwards, and that's where he's dangerous. So Kingston's going to kick this from outside the arc, and he's kicking in the breeze. Kingston's actually normally a pretty decent kick, but this will test him from approximately 52, 53 metres. Kingston with that deliberate run up. Gets a decent piece of that, actually. It's going to fall into the square. Keith's in front. Ball punched out. Baker? Yep. Oh, gee, that's dangerous. Oh, my goodness me. For once, his judgment fails him, and Brandon Thomas has taken a very comfortable mark 30 metres out. You'll get a very good look at this on your Bar TV pictures. This will be a really big fill-up to Terrigal Avoca if Thomas can go back and finish this one, Lucas Holmes.
It will be the first goal of the quarter, and they had the last 2 of the second as well, so it'll be a great start for them.
It'll be 4 of the last 6 if he kicks this, looking at your scoreboard there, Louis. And he's done it! Thomas makes this game very interesting again. Terrigal Avoca 4-1-25. Newcastle City 6-10-46. Lucas Holmes.
Well, Prime 7. In 2016, Prime 7 has every big game live and free. Coverage includes 4 games every round on 7, mate, including Friday and Saturday night and Sunday afternoons. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Games are live, Lucas.
It is.
Now, this is an interesting situation for Newcastle City. Terrigal Avoca have got to throw everything at them. Do City sit back? Do they start to fly? How does the Newcastle City there's a bit of pressure. As you said, Newcastle City, Terrigal Avoca has just kicked 4 of the last 6 goals in the game.
Yeah, and they can't let City get one back either, Dave. That's the problem.
Borton just gets a left-hander that one. Sean comes through, can't quite get a headed kick. O'Brien gets that football out. Darling, can he get a mark? No, doesn't quite reach him, actually. Oh, good tackle. Jack Grimman, really solid tackle. That's Ian Baker at the back. Left foot kick around the corner. Oh, great grab. No, in fact, not taken, but Keith gets up quickly. Seen onto his left. Usually damaging. Finds Gillingham. Forward pocket. Now, where's Gillingham going to go? Who's he going to go to? Goes short. Crawford's underneath it. I beg your pardon. That's Wheeler. Josh Wheeler will not be impressed at being called Mitchell Crawford.
No.
Too strong, Crawford above his head. So, Josh Wheeler will take this one, Lucas. I'm looking at the mark there. 30 metres out. Yep. 30 metres out. Not much angle. Kicking across the breeze a bit. So if he kicks it at anywhere, right centre. Okay. Got out a swig of that Coke Zero when I get a chance there, Lucas.
Yeah.
Okay, Wheeler. Lets everybody in the ground and the netball centre and Newcastle West know. Goal to Josh Wheeler. That's a comeback goal for Newcastle City. Well done there. It's 7-10-52 City. Terrigal Avoca 4-1-25. LJ.
Star 104.5. Star 104.5 FM plays the music we all love and proudly supports the Black Diamond AFL.
We thank all of our great sponsors as part of the Bar TV Wilson Security Match of the Day coverage all year. Been fantastic supporters of the league, haven't they?
It has been, Dave. It's been great so far. Oh, the best football to come, though, that time of the year. Oh, yeah. This next 15 minutes can be fascinating, Lucas. Borton wins that one clearly. Webster out, uncontested. Bishop, there's some quality. Out to Grimmond. Can't get the good football out. Jackson's over the top of it, comes back with the football. Tackle made almost before he got that football. Umpire comes in from a fair distance out, actually. Yep.
That was interesting. I actually thought there was a tackle almost made before he actually got the control of the footy.
Yep.
Okay. Scene, dangerous. Goes long with his left. Who's underneath it? Wheeler's going to make a contest. Does so. He's still leading for the ball. Tries to put a chase on here, but can't. Beaten by Thomas. Webster out deep in the flank. Oh, lovely turnaround. James Webster decides to go as far as he can. Haswell's in front. Very disciplined punch by Shortle. Gets the ball out. Yep. Van Dam in front. Lucas, I'll come back to you in a second.
That's fine.
Shortle again. Ball out of bounds. Lucas looked at me there. He wants to say something.
I just did very well there. Just that defensive forward role. The pressure and that discipline, just the punch, not trying to go for the mark.
I think I said it was a discipline.
Yeah,
it was very disciplined.
It was very well done.
Shortle goes square to a dangerous one-on-one. Oh, does well, Grimmond. Can he get the football out? He can. O'Brien. The haircut brothers. Ball comes out. Darling at ground level, not suited by that. Oh, excellent tackle.
I think.
And Baker's eyes over the shoulder. You happy with that call?
Okay. Very.
Thank you. He actually got the ball out under immense pressure. Now, I reckon he'll want to go to his right side down this Combong's flank. Now, he's gone to a 1-on-4. And a great mark at the back by Jared Warren.
Yep.
Most unusual. The last 2 kicks that Baker's taken have been picked off. Van Dam pushed in the back by Bailey, not paid. Rawnsley gets almost clean bowled. He's good enough to recover and goes long down the left. However, he kicks it straight down the throat of, well, that's not a play you want to kick it down the throat of, James Webster. Straight to the centre, Bishop. Right in the centre circle. Almost
He's
encroaching.
gone around.
Almost
Whoa,
encroaching.
saw
Like,
some.
lovely step by Bishop. Can he hit his man? Oh, Chris Bishop take a bow. That was scintillating play by the captain coach.
It was.
Absolutely superb. And he's got the football into the hands of Corey Billins. Corey Billins on his correct side on his left here, and he's going to kick across the breeze, and we'll get a real good picture of this on our Bar TV coverage. Who's got this one? You got this one, Justin? That you on the? Okay, so Justin's got this one. I got it. I didn't say who it was this time, Isaac. I got the right one. It's actually Joey, is it? Righto. Billins shanks it. Actually,
Started it.
should have done better. 4-2-26. Terragalovoca chasing Newcastle City 7-10-52. Lucas Holmes.
It's been interesting in that area of the ground. That's where Courtney Knight earlier missed both of his shots.
Good point.
And
Oh,
must be
goodness
the-
gracious me.
Sorry.
Straight to 2 Terrigal plays. Sorry there, Lucas.
That's fine.
You're right. This is open paddock. Now, can Crawford keep his balance? No. White's done brilliantly well. Out that ball comes. Should have been paid. Great work, Alexander White. Oh, interesting handball. Jackson Farquhar, and they're away. One more possession, they're away. Oh, that's downfield, and he's paid.
Yep.
It was. Oh, he's going to let him all know about it. It's 1-on-2 here. Crawford should walk away from that. That's not his go. Intercept mark not taken by Jackson. Should have been. Terragalovoca right in this at the moment. Baker. Now, his last couple of possessions have let him down. Brilliantly picks out in right. Away he goes. That's Jackson. No, it's not. It's Pat Gillingham. I think Gillingham back to it. Back to Payne, actually. Now, goes long with the right foot. Wheeler's out of position touch here now. He's leading in the race to the ball. Needs to stay on his feet. It's a 1-on-2. Needs to stay on his... doesn't, but he's done a great job. If he can hold that football in, he's done a superb job, Wheeler, against 2 players. Well done, Wheeler, and actually everybody was courageous there. That was terrific football on that far flank.
Well, he's definitely been one of the better players on the ground, Josh Wheeler.
As I said, I'm very surprised at where he's playing, but it's very effective. Obviously, to replace McDonald, Lucas.
Yes.
In dispute, and eventually rolls out of bounds. Forward pocket for Newcastle City, leading by 26 points. 9 minutes and a quarter. 9.25 minutes in the first quarter. Kelleher gets that ruck down with a double-hander. Shark by Webster. Little short runner comes out. Oh, they're all at the back end. Clean bowl by a rotten bounce.
That was
And
off
I think
the
that's kicked through by
Terragalovoca
Terragalovoca
player.
and rushed that. That's correct. Terragalovoca, 4-2-26, trailing Newcastle City, 7-11-53. Now, how Terragalovoca, they go double huddle, are they? There's 2 clusters here,
With a
and
few
Bishop's
outriders.
gone the far side. Big marking contest comes out here. Ball comes out backwards. O'Malley, right footer, intercepted. No, it's not actually. Lewis is back there in that back line too. Mark Wheeler worries him out of that. All over him and paid. Against Kelleher.
Yep.
Just waiting to see who that is. Not be McKellar. Not many options. There's not much movement up forward. Goes out to the wing. Very disciplined punch down. That's O'Malley. He's got 1-on-4 here, and he's got a real opportunity. One more handball. No, Baker can't get it out. Terragalovoca have shepherded them out of that, kept them out of that contest. Darling makes another good contest. This is good footy. Kelleher on his non-dominant side does a very good job getting that ball down the flank, and a body strength being used there. Can't quite do anything with that is Wheeler, and it's held in very, very well. Good contest, Jimmy Hart, Josh Wheeler, clean football. 2 desperate plays at the football.
It
Lucas.
has been harder coming into the game that second quarter well for Terragalovoca, doing quite a good job there.
That shut them down.
Yes.
Newcastle City don't have the freedom they did in
No.
that first quarter. You look at the gap now, it's now the same as it was at the first quarter break. So it's been parity since then.
And it was only 3 goals to 2 in that last quarter to Newcastle City as well. So that shows.
Keese with a right-hander. Mitchell Knight over there. Wheeler's over there. Wheeler's got to not try and get in so much contest. He's actually going to ground line. He's actually at ground level line. He needs to get himself into a 4-forward type position.
Yeah.
Keast, Borton. Borton left-handed. Brilliantly roved by McKellar. Gets a right foot out. Smothered by Keast. We're all done by the ruckman forward. We are 11.5 minutes into quarter number 3. Game in a bit of a lull, really, Lucas.
It is, actually.
Just a bit quiet at the moment.
Yeah.
Kelleher and Borton. I back Borton here. No, in fact, Kelleher gets a right-hander down. Thomas, away he goes. He's been extremely good for Terrigal Lavoca today. Has a bounce. Yeah, well done. And finds his man in Clark. Austin Clark, I beg your pardon.
Oh.
Billings has to sit and wait. And as a result, the ball gets sharked out. At Farquhar again. White of the Lachlan variety comes out. Right-hand handball. Grimmond. And now Shortall's turned his man. And its ball's gone out, has it? Or is there a free kick? Oh, I think there's a free kick to Connor Haswell. And he's given it straight to Haswell. So that's correct. Haswell's taken out of play illegally. Goes long and keeps down to the line. All good disciplined backman play there. Tapped out. Oh, very well done. Left-hand handball doesn't hit the man. He's good enough to come back. He's Rawnsley. Right foot kick down the field. Keist gets that football out by disciplined defensive work. Keist in front now. He's all over the football. Could have been paid a free kick. Not. Gillingham trying to worry him out. Webster's out there very close to the boundary line. Smothered off hands.
Chris Jackson there, I think, with the smother.
Jackson with the smother. Thank you, Lucas. And we are 12 and 3/4 minutes in. Third quarter here at Newcastle number 1. Lovely day for football. Jackson right-handed wins that one. Bishop sharks it. Bishop's been terrific since he came on. Gillingham can't quite get the football. Quick kick out the pack. Strength needed here. And, beautifully done by Cade Triffett. Used his body strength there. Goes right-footed. Should find his man and does. Callagher lets him go. Dangerous. That's Mitchell Crawford with delivery. Now, Wheeler's at the back here. Can he get a handball out? Oh, just misses his player. Another handball coming. Wheeler's on his wrong side. He won't kick that right.
That was high.
Tackle made too high, I reckon. Settle, boys, that you don't want to do anything silly. High tackle against Wheeler. Shouldn't be a 50. And I beg your pardon. The umpire has given a 50-metre penalty here against Wheeler.
Descent, I would imagine.
I would only think so because the tackle was high and that was it. There was no illegality and, it wasn't a reportable offence or anything.
Just in the backfield there, just a terrible Avoca play, just slowly, gingerly making his way towards the sideline.
See if you can get his number when he turns around for us, please.
I shall. I think that's Billings looking. Oh, no, it's not. It is. Let's have a look.
Clark's on his own out here. Oh, it goes up. Can't quite take it. Beautifully roved. High tackle paid to Payne.
So that was 29, Jared Warren.
Thank you. So Warren's limped off. Thank you. Dubious high tackle paid there. I thought he might have ducked his head anyway. Umpires are closer than we are, Lucas, aren't they?
They are,
Jackson's running on here and has a chance. I'd back him to do something against Borton. He's a little bit quicker than him, a bit more agile. Oh, there you go. Borton, great tackle. Creates a turnover. O'Brien with a right footer down. Got to stay on their feet. Pete Van Dam hasn't been that busy today. Stays on his feet and does a good job here. 1 on 3. Ball out of bounds.
That's all right.
Borton did brilliantly over there on Jackson.
He did actually. Seeing that you were just saying, bigger man, and they are usually less agile. He did very well.
Jackson's strength is that he can play as a ruckman and a ruck rover in the same man.
Yep.
Okay, Jackson over the top. Webster, danger if he gets in the open now. He's a chance. Can he finish?
No.
Belies me. No, not Newcastle. That's the one. Yes. Terrigal Avoca 4-3-27. Newcastle City 7-11-53. We are 15 minutes into the third quarter. Game reasonably quiet at the moment. No big dramatic moments this quarter. Out the back, this one will go. Ball kills Thomas. Now he's got to stay on his feet. And he does. Gillingham does brilliantly well there.
Kelleher.
I beg your pardon. It wasn't actually Gillingham. 29 that was. That was Harry Keist to Kelleher. Trouble here. Wheeler's in there. Needs to stay on their feet. They have. Kelleher's got to put pressure on Borton here. Does. Borton's done enough to get a little kick right out here, and he won't go for deliberate because it's touched. That might be deliberate, though. Ball kept in by City, and that's gone out.
That's out now.
By Courtney Knight. And he's heavily dealt with by Hart. Now, here we go. Wheeler's got to keep his sensibilities here. There is no need for anything silly. Oh, he's got every right to remonstrate with him. The hit on Knight was unnecessary, in my opinion.
Yep.
Keist bundled out of it by Borton. Keist butters up. Ball it ricochets off at close quarters. Excellent tackle made. Keist again. Mitchell Knight again. Good tackle. McKellar. Excellent football in tight. No quarter given or asked for there, Lucas Holmes.
No, it's sort of just picked up in this last few minutes, hasn't it?
It has. Oh, superb left-hand tap out by Borton that eventually goes out off another player, and he's not out of bounds on the full. Borton and Keist in this one. Most plays that I can see are picked up. There's no one running free, which is what you'd expect. Payne's got someone around him. This ball comes out close to him. Scene's on his dominant side. Can he get the ball? He's held
He's
up.
dragged it in too, I think.
That's trouble. No prior.
Okay.
I understand what you meant there. Alexander White put a very good tackle on him. He did drag it in. Okay, so here we go. Just inside the square. Borton, uncontested, obviously gets the hands down. That's O'Brien with a little scrubby left footer. Jackson Farquhar goes very high and not very long. Big contest. Double fister. He can actually take that mark if he wants. That's a mark. Should have been paid to Rawnsley. Rawnsley should have been paid that mark because he punched it in the air and he grabbed it. However, it's the way it goes.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Free kick right in the middle of the centre circles here.
Clark to O'Brien. No,
Billins,
that's Billins.
I think, yeah.
Billins saying, I'm going to go long. He shouldn't. It's a 1-on-3. If he goes long, he's got to kick the goal. Gets it to the square, I might add. Terrigal Vocal at the back's got the sit. No, can't quite get it. Off the ground, Sam O'Brien, I reckon. Just waiting for the umpires.
Yep.
I do not know what's waiting for a decision here. Now, it's Sam O'Brien that's kicked the ball.
Yes.
Contest going on here. We'll wait. All clear. Goal, Sam O'Brien.
Number, sorry, Dave.
20.
Thank you.
Off the ground, and the umpires had a contest because it was a very close contest in tight.
That's quite ironic, actually, because I was at umpiring training on Wednesday night, and that's exactly what we're working on. Not the confrontation, the consult between the goal umpire and the field umpire.
Yeah, and
in that
the
case.
example of that comes down from the AFL where they get it right. And in our league, they get it right. The umpiring in this league is at a good standard, mate. Don't you worry about that.
It is.
I know you're an umpire, but it is of good standard.
It is very good
20
standard.
points to Newcastle City. Terrigal Vocal hanging on really well, making a good contest of this second semi-final. Rawnsley want to get onto his left and does. Goes very long. One-on-one contest. Now, that's going to be a free kick to Mitchell Crawford, I reckon. He's basically milked that free kick, although he was in the best position.
He was.
Now, Crawford's been basically dormant for a quarter and a half. Needs to get himself into the game.
Yep.
What better opportunity than to kick this goal, which is virtually downwind. All he's going to do is kick this true.
Especially, we haven't really taken that notice. Terrigal Vocal are only 20 points down now, Dave.
Yes, indeed. They're gradually, you look at the goal kickers in the last part of the match.
Yeah.
The difference in this match is the first quarter.
Yes.
Mitchell Crawford, 40 metres out. His last effort wasn't good. And shanks it. Just inside the behind post. 7-12-54. Newcastle City, 5-3-33. Terrigal Vocal. We've gone almost 20 minutes in the third quarter. Webster off 1 foot. Hits Billins and gets him at lace out. Got to let him go, Aaron Seenan does. Billins on his left. He's going to go square, or almost square to Lewis. Seen comes over and with discipline gets onto the mark. Lovely kick by Lewis and finds Hart. Lace out, and he's on his own. No one's manned up there on the mark. Van Dam's got the football. Can he get it over? He can't. To Austin Clark. Superb intercept there. That could have saved a goal, Lucas. Can they turn it around? 30-metre handball, 35-metre handball to Payne. Payne. Crawford's at the back. Oh, that's a push in the back anyway. Great grab to, I think that's McKellar, but Crawford should have made a contest of that.
Will
to be
McKellar,
fair.
yep.
Intercept marked or not paid. Fair enough. Ball comes in the centre. Dangerous area for this football. Clean bowl someone. And now Bishop's got Farquhar. Farquhar's got space. Who can he hit? Looks for Alexander White. Disciplined punch comes out. Road by Shortall can't get it. He's got to get that foot out, and he does. Shortall can't get the ball out. Baker's all over him like a cheap suit. What's going on here, umpire? Oh, he's going to play holding the man. Van Dam comes out of it. One-on-one contest. Connor Haswell's got to stay on his feet and does. Lachlan White's with him. Corey Billins is there. Oh, great tackle, Billins, from a player charging straight through him. Very good football, Lucas Holmes. Exciting.
Business has picked up, as they say, Dave.
Oh, man, has it ever.
Hey.
That Coke Zero is much needed, I'll tell you. Keith beats Van Dam in that run contest. But Haswell's got the football, turns around, gets onto his left. Now, I reckon that's a downfield free kick, and he's for indisciplined play in disposing of Haswell after he kicked it. Got to keep discipline. Absolutely must. Aaron Seen, beautiful kick to Seen. Goes long and centrally. Finds Payne beautifully. Payne has stopped himself there. That's not play out. Now he's got to look for players. Crawford's giving him one lead. Wheeler's not in position. Yes, he is now. Jackson's up there. Goes low and long. That's your Shepherd, that. Oh, almost taken a great grab. Not paid. There's a lot of plays around this football. It's important. Darling gets over the shoulder.
Oh, tie, okay.
That is over the shoulder to Angus Darling, I reckon.
But so I was just about to say, how deliberate is that? But obviously the
He was hit
infringement had been paid.
clearly over the shoulder.
Okay,
I saw
well
that
done.
one.
Yep,
I've missed a couple of over the shoulders today, not on Big Gus. I missed that one.
that's fine.
So Darling comes across goal,
Oh,
brave, and finds his man in Corbin Bond. Bond goes long. It's a 5-on-3.
Webster.
Lovely hands from the triple medalist. Webster down to Shortall, who's got a lead on Rawnsley. Rawnsley's been doing,
What's
stands
that?
his ground. Oh, what good football over the, that's just good foot.
dragged
Gone.
it. Yep, that's what I was saying before. Dragged it in.
Yep,
Yep.
No contest with that one. Shortall goes long and quick to no one. Bailey and Hazelden cleans bowls on both. White's been put at the full forwards. Gets the football. Goes centrally to Bishop. Now, Bishop's just at his range, I reckon, and he's kicking into the wind.
I better say into the wind. Yeah.
This will be take his very best kick in this breeze. He's looking for players coming. He will drill someone if he can. He will take 15 or 20 seconds to look. Now he has to take the kick, Lucas.
Yep.
Good pictures coming here. You get a good look at the ball getting moved by the breeze and held up. Got to go left. He's got a fair bit of this. I reckon that's a goal to the coach. Wow. Game on, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Bishop with his second goal from outside the arc. Terrigal-Avoca 6-3-39. Newcastle 7-12-54. This is a 15-point lead, and the Panthers are right back in this one. LJ.
The Entertainment Grounds. The Entertainment Grounds has quickly established itself as the premier events location on the Central Coast. The Entertainment Grounds is an indoor and outdoor multi-purpose community facility for functions, events, festivals, weddings, and exhibitions, as well as horse racing. Just quickly, Dave, we were speaking to Chris Bishop before the game today. He was saying was a bit under the weather with the flu. He's played fairly well today as a coach.
And he's off. He's off now.
He's
giving
off?
himself a quick break. I think he'll regulate his time on to give himself so he can go in bursts.
Yep.
Tapped out by Jackson. Grimmin at the football. This game's now very much alive. Newcastle City have just stopped kicking goals. Crawford's got to stand up. Wheeler has to continue. They've got to start finding a way. Left footer. Oh, great pluck.
Yep.
That is a lovely mark. I think that's Pat Gillingham, is it?
Yep.
Wow, that was a good mark.
Aaron Seen
I've
with the
seen.
delivery, yep.
Very good contested mark, would you? Sorry, everyone. Still struggling a bit.
Yeah.
So, Gillingham's going to, if he kicks this right centre, the breeze will bring it back for him beautifully. He should be within range. Seemed to kick it okay. Oh, Pat Gillingham answers beautifully for Newcastle City. Newcastle City 8-12-60. Terrigal-Avoca 6-3-39. Newcastle City leading by 21 points after, Lucas, can I just see the time?
Yeah,
please?
that's fine.
Almost 25 minutes. That almost might be the last goal of the quarter. We'll leave the read to the next
that's
one.
fine.
Mate.
Yeah, no worries. That's what they can't afford, though, Terrigal-Avoca. Them kicking a few, but then Newcastle City getting one straight back.
This game it's not in the balance, but it's not over.
Yes.
Newcastle City haven't done enough this quarter. Keast, Borton beats him there. Billins going in hard. Goes in hard twice. Gets a handball out. Great work, Corey Billins. Thomas, who I think's been one of their better players on the FARC. Right, ball comes out and drops short. Austin Clark in there. He's got to get rid of that footy and does.
That's
Not going to go out. They are so lucky. Haswell gets a left-hander out. Comes out to Bailey. Very calmly done. Ian Baker with a left footer. Now he's going to lovely grab Seen. Seen's been really good on his non-dominant side. Very, very, very well done there. And that's three-quarter time. Terrigal-Avoca still in the game. Newcastle City 8-12-60. Terrigal-Avoca 6-3-39. Josh Wheeler has 3 for Newcastle City. Courtney Knight 1. Aaron Seen 1. Mitch Crawford 1. Mark Wheeler 1. Pat Gillingham, an important goal at the end of the quarter. Terrigal-Avoca, Jimmy Webster 1. Corey Billins 1. Brandon Thomas 1. Sam O'Brien 1. And the coach has 2, Lucas Holmes. Just a brief summary from you before we go to break.
I thought you said from me, as in from you, Dave. Anyway, that's what we said before at the halftime break. The senior players from Terrigal-Avoca had to stand up. They sure did. Chris Bishop, James Webster. Jay Lewis still a fair bit quiet, but I think Webster and Chris Bishop were very good in that quarter.
Yes, but And Thomas has been superb.
Sorry,
for
yeah,
Terry
Thomas,
Gilbert.
yes,
He's been
sorry,
in the best
yep,
3 plays.
yep.
He's got a lot
Sorry,
of the footy down the wing on either side.
Yep.
Yes, Lucas, I still think Newcastle City obviously clear favourites, but the game is very much not over, and it's the sort of final you want. We'll be back with you shortly here at Newcastle number 1 Sports Ground.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially Black Diamond AFL.
A massive thank you to all of their sponsors.
BLK, the major sponsor and official apparel supplier of Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment.
GE Industrial Solutions, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers for the past 50 years.
Wilson Security, Australia's largest and most innovative security provider.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Prime 7 coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon.
Star 104.5, the home of Rabbit and Julie Goodwin, playing more music variety.
The Entertainment Grounds, one of the Central Coast's premier events locations.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast.
And Subway Morisset. Subway, eat fresh.
And remember to tune in to our Brekkie Show 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Back with you here at number 1 Sports Ground. The players are broken from their huddles, very vocal at both huddles. It's not all or nothing now, is that this is a grand final qualifier. Newcastle City will have planned all year to get into this game and win, get the week off and get themselves cherry-ripe. Terra Lavoca really have nothing to lose.
They haven't.
I'd love to see, for the game of football, it'd be nice to see the Panthers get to within 5 or 10 points of them and really make a game of it.
It would make it very interesting, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They had a fairly good quarter there, Terra Lavoca. They just didn't manage to string enough goals together without City getting a few back.
Indeed. We're ready to go here at number 1 Sports Ground for the final compelling quarter of what's been a pretty decent second semi-final. Jackson, the number 1 ruckman, back into the contest. Jackson and Borton have had a terrific battle. I actually think Borton's just shaded at Jackson today. Jackson hasn't been his usual destructive force at ground level.
It has. I bet Borton's been fairly well around the ground as well, I think.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the...
He's not as fluent as Jackson, but he's got a big ticker. He'll go well in their club best and fairest, Borton.
Yeah, I think
really well.
Yep. On that, I think, as my page just flicks over, I think Jay Lewis will be hard to beat in their best and fairest for Terrigal.
Webster will win the best and fairest.
Is it Webster?
Yeah, I reckon he will.
Yep.
I reckon he'll win the best and fairest. Interesting to see it depends if Bishop's allowed to vote, if others vote other than Bishop, because he's been superb. Jackson, right-hander down. Away we go. Bishop, however, man, we just talking about gets the football. Baker with another handball out. How he extricates the football at times is absolutely beyond me. His spatial awareness must be superb. Crawford's going to get close to that one and gets clean bowled by a rotten old bounce. Mitchell Knight coming down. Wheeler coming straight through. He will not stop. Wheeler will keep going at it. Crawford's in there trying to get a footy out. Actually, very good kick coming out of there to Jimmy Hart. How he got that footy out, I don't know. Free kick paid to Terrigal Avoca there to Lachlan White. So he's got off. Looks for Bishop. Finds him. Won't be able to go because someone's good manning on the mark by Baker. Means that Bishop has to be held up. Trying to quarterback play into where he wants him to go. Jackson's going back with the flight. No, can't quite get the football. He ends up getting the football now. Goes to ground. What's the umpire going to pay here? What is going to be paid? It's a ball up. Wow. That would surprise me. I thought it might have been a free kick against Jackson there.
Yep.
However, umpire right on the spot. Who's up in this one against Jackson? It is Borton. Jackson with a double-hander. Gets that one out. Webster is trying to drag him out of it and eventually worries him out. And Webster handballs the ball back to the boundary umpire. It is 21 points to lead to Newcastle City. They haven't done enough yet. Newcastle City need to kick they've kicked 8. If Newcastle City get to 11, they'll win.
Yep.
It's maybe even 10, but certainly 11. Aaron Seen with a backhander. Away goes Jackson Crawford, who's been very lively today and very fast. However, it kicks to a contest. Lovely mark. Gee, that's a good mark taken out there. I think it's Gillingham from this far distance. Gillingham goes right-footed. Keast in front, can't quite get it the third attempt. Jackson Crawford, and there's Mitchell. No, that's Baker. Look at those hands. That's Gillingham. Now, is that he hot-spotted that? Oh, gee, held off slightly. Dwyer held off just a little bit with Bond there, and Bond takes a courageous mark in a very, very dangerous situation for Terrigal Avoca. Goes with his left and goes out to the flank. Thank you, Lucas.
No
Got our
problem.
team sheet. Thank you, mate. Oh, we'll get those things later. That's fine. Alexander White goes very short and finds Jimmy Hart. Courtney Knight on the mark, who's been very quiet since a busy second quarter. Courtney Knight needs to get. In fact, I'm not sure if he's been on the ground. Angus Darling drops on him. Otherwise, would have taken. O'Brien's there to clean up. Very good tackle. Oh, very hard at football. Almost went too low, did O'Malley? Lucas?
Yes.
Almost went too low.
You don't see that paid very often, that contact below the knees, do you?
I like the rule, especially when you see what happens to blokes that are the victims of things like Gary Rowan. It's absolutely the right rule.
Yeah, exactly.
Another example of them getting it right. Baker puts his head down and won't get a high free kick because of that. Jackson gets a small right footer out that won't go 15. Ball comes out here. Gillingham right-hander. Now Baker's got space and time. That means danger. Gets it centrally. Oh, mark taken. Yes, Wheeler. Yep, third grabber. I'll pay that. Jimmy Hart's protesting that he got a touch to that. But I agree with the umpire there. I think Wheeler was front position and got 3 touches.
Yep.
So Wheeler will kick directly in front. Now, this breeze, Lucas, he has to kick the ball either low and true or just to the left centre of the goal and let the breeze take. His kicking's actually been okay, and he's going for his 4th.
He is.
The big fella. Taking his time. As Lucas pointed out earlier on today, everybody, Josh Wheeler's got a very deliberate setup and how he goes about it. Tries to have the same run-up every time. So let's just watch his work here. Going to kick from about 45 out. Waiting for Wheeler's reaction. Oh, poster. Goodness me. 8-13-61 to Newcastle City, leading by 22 points. Terrigal Avoca 5-9-39. Then 3 3/4 minutes into quarter number 4. Lucas Holmes.
It has been very well. Terrigal Avoca need a goal here, Dave.
And they're away. If this ball sits, they are away. Jimmy Hart's gone. He's got quite a bit of space. Good chase put on, but he gets the ball out and gets who's going to read that. Connor Haswell. No, doesn't. Van Dam, very unselfishly. That should be a mark and paid, yes. Must have gone 16 or 17 metres.
So I sort of missed the lead up. Was that a huddle from Terrigal Avoca from
Not
the
that time. I think it was they might have run from the centre.
Right, yeah.
I can't quite tell who that is. It's possibly Kingston. It's not Shortall. No, it is Kingston. It's Braden Kingston. Now, he's actually a pretty good gig of the football normally. He's the ex-Western Australian. He'll kick from just inside the arc. Wow, won't this be a big goal if he kicks it? Braden Kingston, what can he do? I think he's done it, judging by the reactions. The Western Australians kicked one. Kingston a goal at a critical juncture in the match. Terrigal Avoca 7-3-45. The benefits of good shooting, Lucas Holmes.
It is.
And Newcastle City 8-13-61. LJ?
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. They are also proud supporters of the Black Diamond AFL.
16, Lucas. One more. One more, and Newcastle City are looking over their shoulder, I reckon.
Has this been the smallest margin it's been since the start, Dave?
Yes, Lucas.
Yep. I think it
Since
was
the end of the first quarter.
Yeah,
Pretty much. Because City had that flying start. You take that flying start out, and Terrigal's been the better side for 2.5 quarters.
I tend to agree with you there, Dave.
City have really stopped there. Their forwards haven't been overly effective.
And they got the
Ball
clearance
comes in
too.
at Terrigal Lakers.
Oh,
massive
courageous.
clash. Courageous. No, he couldn't kick 2 in a minute, could he? Out of bounds in the full by Kingston, I'd suggest. It's Anita Carr. Does. If he'd have kicked that, 2 goals and 30. Anyway, not over yet by any stretch of the imagination. Haswell deep in the pocket. Seen gives him a lead. Dwyer gives him a lead. He eventually does the right thing and goes long to a contest. Gillingham's in front. I thought he was interfered with behind. It wasn't paid. Almost a trip there as well. Ball sprays out here into the pocket. Scene's in contest here. Will keep on going. He's called through and gets $1 million bounce. Great work, Aaron Scene. Aaron Scene, take a bow.
On his right side too.
On his correct side. Baker's away. Can he finish? Watch your cameras. He doesn't miss. Great play, and I've got to give that's a candidate for Dusthorn House for Aaron Scene there.
Yep.
That's brilliant, honestly. Newcastle City back by 22 points, 9-13-67. Terrigal Avoca 7-3-45. LJ Holmes.
Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support local businesses. Subway. Eat fresh.
Lucas Holmes, Aaron Scene's running in there and just persistence to get the football.
Yep.
Lace out delivery. Then Baker's great finish with our beautiful camera work because it was right in the line of the cameras.
It's very well done too.
It
definitely helped that he was on the right side though. Can't take anything away from Scene, but it helped.
It helped only his left side, but he gets a lot of his football left side. So that's what good players do. Keese misses out in that one. Actually, the ball comes down and ends up coming to Bishop. Darling throws it. Right in front of the umpire. Cannot argue. Aaron Scene there's been a very effective 5 minutes for Scene. Up there, Crawford goes up, makes a contest. Wheeler again. Goes off the ground.
Ducked his head.
Oh, lovely work. Josh Wheeler's been terrific today.
He
has been excellent.
Very good.
Kept his head.
Yep.
Which is unusual for him at times. Damon Smith. Oh, brave kick. Is that 50? No. Bishop wants movement. Gets it from Van Dam. Gets it from Bond. Has to go back and square. Away he goes. One bounce. Crawford chasing and will get the foot if he puts his body in. Oh, Darling wanted just that little bit more and can't quite make the tackle as Crawford. Great work, Darling. Just wanted it just that touch more. Keese gets that football out from Borton in a marking contest. Ball comes out there to Jack Grimond. Gets a little scrubby handball out. Haswell's away. He'll take his time and try and find someone. Spots up Gillingham.
Is that a whistle there?
That is the second time today that they've got a downfield free kick because of Connor Haswell being belted off the ball. Wheeler, for the first time in today's game, has been actually beaten pointless by Hart for pace and by Hart being in front. Hart gets a little kick out. Bishop, who's been superb. Webster, who's also the same. Left foot kick out from Webster. Howling onto the man, I reckon that is.
Yep.
Paid, goes quickly shortle. Kicks it to a Pagans paddock situation, but it's, what a bounce. Can he finish? Kingston actually tries to find the voice, listens to it, but can't get an effective handball. Going to ground was Ian Baker. Right on top of him is Jackson Farquhar. No tackle made because they're both going the footy. No free kick.
No, very well done there by both teams. Dave?
Indeed. Comes out of the contest.
Darling, I think, yeah.
Yes, Darling. Shortle. Left foot up. No, goes straight up in the air. Not even sure if that's 15.
Hands in the back,
That's interference. Grimmond. Goal. Jack Grimmond Rovers, a beautiful goal there. Front and square where Rovers need to be. Terrigal Avoca still making a very good contest of this game. Terrigal Avoca are 8-3-51. Excellent shooting.
Yep.
Newcastle City, profligate shooting. 9-13-67. 16 points the difference. Terrigal Avoca have to kick the next goal quickly.
Yes.
9.5 minutes gone. Lucas, your thoughts?
Yeah, you summed it up perfectly, Dave. Nothing more to be said there, I don't think.
Thank you. Very good crumbing goal to Jack Grimman there up in the square. Actually, there could have been a free kick to Terrigal Avoca as well, to be honest with you. Keist up. Infraction in the centre square. Whose way? City's, I think.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a big free kick. No, the mark's got to be in the centre circle, hasn't it, umpire? Thank you. So centre square infraction. Keist the free. Goes to the far flank. Wheeler's got a paddock out in front of him. There'll be a good contest. Now, Wheeler will come back and fight hard. Here he goes. Keeps on going. Can't quite get control. Puts on a what could be called a crude tackle.
I think he tried to handle
Just watching the umpire here, actually.
Yep. I think he tried to handle to himself originally, Josh Wheeler.
He made a reasonable effort, but the tackle was crude at best.
Yes.
Grimman with the footy deep in the pocket. Goes for the 16-metre pass and finds Billings.
Oh, no.
Billings on his natural left foot. Goes further down the flank. Darling's going to turn around here and have some pace. His rovers and short plays need to get off him because he'll dispose well with it. The big fella turns around, slower than the Queen Mary, but gets it up there. And again, Haswell intercepts. Ball comes out there, and that is Dwyer, I think. No, it's not. It's actually
one loose at the back.
Possible. Oh, that's Greg out of that.
It's Corey
goal.
Knight,
No, it's not. He's missed it. Now, hang on. I think there's a free kick. I'm waiting on the central umpire here. He's called it all clear. I apologise. I thought the central umpire might have given a free kick. Point to City. 9:14:68. 8:3:51. Time beginning to become a worry for Terrigal Avoca.
Yep.
Have to move in a hurry. As you would at this stage, goes right down the centre and Haswell, not for the first time, almost at the centre circle, Lucas. Great kick.
That's a bullet.
Okay, Crawford gets beaten by the football. Now, who's there? Is that Baker? No, that's Crawford. Oh, don't tell me Mitchell's kicked that. He did everything he could to kick a goal there for his side. 9:15:69. So, importantly, Newcastle City now 3 straight kicks in front.
Yep.
Very interesting. They kick another point. That means that Terrigal has got to kick 4 goals. So, again, going long, beautifully. Whoever that, I didn't quite catch who that was. But great kick. Lachlan White. In 2 kicks, City have Terrigal's got their football on their forward line. Ball goes out of bounds in front of Van Dam. Bounces into the fence there in the forward pocket.
With that last kick down the middle, they tried from that kick out. They didn't have any tall timber sitting at the front of the square, so they had no targets to kick to. That allowed Newcastle City, I think it was Haswell on the back of the square to turn the ball over.
Yep, Jackson has just replaced Kelleher. And look at this over on the bench. You'll have a look over here. You won't see it in any pictures. Seen and Kelleher and Baker are all off having a rest. They'll come back very shortly, I would imagine, for City to finish off the game.
Yes.
Now, Borton's on his own out here. If that ball stays in, he's got a chance at a posse. Okay, so Borton is on his own. Handball is
good shit.
50-50 and made look much better than it was. Comes in for Webster and takes the mark over the top of Mac O'Malley.
Sam O'Brien did really well there to Shepherd.
Did. Up they go. Haswell again, who's very brave in the marking contest. Shortall gets a football out. That's Darling. Can't quite get enough purchase on it. 1-on-1 contest. Clark hasn't done much today. Oh, no way.
He's hit the
misses. It's a point. If that would have been absolutely brilliant. And the quicks come out immediately. Mark Wheeler's away. Now, that free kick, who's that? Who's the free kick? I don't know who the free kick's to here. Is it Jay Lewis? Pushing or some sort of push out against Mark Wheeler. Lewis, short, ineffective. Intercepted by Rawnsley, who's very dependable. Goes with a short kick, puts his teammate under immense pressure. He does very well to get a sort of possession out of it. Big marking contest here. Great work, Lachlan White. Needs to start delivering better than they have been. Out comes Pete Van Dam. Goodness me. This will make it interesting, Louis.
It will, Dave.
This gets them into that 2-kick margin. Pete Van Dam with one of the bigger kicks in the last couple of years for Terrigal Avoca. Really is. 30 metres out, dead in front, downwind. Has to kick the goal. And hits the post. There's been a few posters today, Courtney Knight, Josh Wheeler.
Yep.
Terrigal Avoca being led by Newcastle City by 16 points. 16. And we are 14 and a quarter minutes into the last quarter. Oh, that's a fascinating kick in. Goodness me. Newcastle City are so lucky out of that one. Anyway, the ball's looks like it's going to come back here with rebound. Comes across to McKellar. Oh, he's under all sorts of pressure
3 on
here.
1.
All sorts. Crawford, can he put a tackle on and get the football? Sitting outside, yeah, good tackle put on. Darling, not for the first time, he's courageous and puts himself under enormous pressure, holds the ball in. City are hanging on more than anything, Lucas.
They are, Dave.
Still think that timepiece is a worry.
Yes.
Up we go. Jackson wins that one clearly. Ball comes out. It's in dispute. Jackson gets bought out the way. There won't be a clean ball coming out of here, I wouldn't think. Nope.
Plenty of plays around the ball, Dave.
Lachlan White's slow to get up there after being heavily tackled. Jackson and Borton. Wondering if there'll be a third man up here. Doesn't look like it. No. They all stay down. Let the big fellas go. Jackson with the right thump. Out that ball comes Ozzy Clark's there. Chris Bishop's there. Ball comes out. Sam Payne. Lux of Fortune goes to hands. Now that's seen on his left. Now Mitchell Crawford has got some room here. Runs off Wheeler. Wheeler's going to make a contest. Pushes his man out legally.
Ducked
over the
his
shoulder
head.
possibly.
Ducked his head.
Now the umpire has paid something here. No advantage. I think Wheeler's going to get a kick here for over the shoulder. I agree he put his head over the ball.
Yep.
Whether it was a deliberate duck of the head, I'm not quite sure. Anyway,
Okay,
he's got
yep,
the free.
that's fine.
This is an extraordinarily difficult kick for a left footer.
I better say, yep.
He's almost got to aim this at the left goalpost and let the breeze just drag it across a bit.
Yep.
This is, if he kicks this, it's over.
Yep. I agree with you.
Wheeler going for his fourth, but it's a very difficult kick, everybody. Let's have a look. Out of bounds on the full. He shanked it completely. Jimmy Hart just taps him on the back and says, better time, let it like next time.
Yep.
So Jay Lewis is going to get the football after that. The young fella very well kicks that football back to him. Good work, young boy. Lewis is away. Comes down the Combonk flag. Van Dam's going to make a contest, as he does always, and that is a long kick by Billings. Very long. At the back there. Now there's room here. Ozzy Clark, what can he do? He's gone check side. Touched by Rawnsley. 54, Terry Lovaker, 8-6, trailing Newcastle 9-15, and we are 17 minutes in. Newcastle City cannot put the cue in the rack yet. Well run there by Keast, Harrison Keast. Long football, Gillingham's seen. Gillingham one-handed. Gets a tap out to that one. Ball comes out to ground level. Oh, well picked up Jackson, but he's tackled immediately. Oh, great handball out, Jay Lewis. Billings and Baker. Great tackle, Billings. Kingston in front of us. Keeps the ball in play. That is Harrison Keast, I think, again, a correction. Cade Triffett.
Yep.
Cade Triffett.
Very professionally done to shepherd the ball over the line, I think, there.
Yep. So, 17 and a half minutes. There haven't been many goals. It won't be a long quarter.
No.
Terrigal's got to go bang, 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 Lucas.
Only 3 goals in this quarter, Dave.
Indeed. Seen who's been almost BOG. Hands out. Baker's there. O'Brien's there. Ball will go out of bounds, I think.
Whoa.
No, he's right. He got his hands. They just stopped his body enough. Did O'Malley? Yes, Lucas, it could have been ugly.
Yeah. Almost like Darcy Moore, Eddie had a few weeks ago, Dave.
Saw that. Son of the legend.
He is.
Jackson with the right hander. O'Brien gets a right hand handball out. Now, another handball out from Thomas. Bishop's going to get that right hand handball out just a bit too high now. Kingston's got time to think this out. Lovely long kick to position. Haswell can't quite get to the football, and it's put through. Another behind to Terrigal. Terrigal 8-7-55. City 9-15-69. I've almost done enough. Nothing that, as we keep on saying, Terrigal, and that's not been the way the game's gone. Need to go bang, bang, bang. Rawnsley to the Combok side. Goes as long as he can. Looking for Keast. Very strong mark, Cam Keast. Haswell, who's been brilliant today, in my opinion. Lovely lace-out kick to Jackson Crawford. They've got to move the Newcastle City forward line. They've been dormant. Seen. Oh, there's some running. Now he's on his incorrect side. What can he do here? And it shows. Newcastle City 9-16-70, leading by 15 points. Terrigal of Oak 8-7-55. We've gone 19 minutes into the last quarter. Ball's already away. Down that far flank. Grimmin handball. Gets that one away. Comes inside, does Hart to Sam O'Brien. Miracle is playing football after his serious injury. It's great to see him back on the park playing so well for Terrigal Avoca. Ball comes down at ground level to Clark. Bishop. Borton will probably go back to Bishop. Bishop's Very, very good in these situations, and again finds his man brilliantly. Now, that might be Kingston. It is again. Now, Kingston's almost within range, I'll tell you. He can kick a long foot. He doesn't. Goes unselfishly to the hot spot. Guess who?
Haswell.
Connor Haswell.
He's been very well.
He's been
good.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Keast.
Keast. Now, Baker's got a paddock. That's dangerous. As always, hits his man. Now, that's Jackson Crawford. City can afford to play tempo footy here, Lucas.
They can.
Now,
Dave.
he's got to think this through. Jackson's on in the middle. He's run all the way there and done a great job. Looks for Enright. Can't find him. Looks for Wheeler. Can find him. Can the big fella do something extraordinary? Out of bounds on the full. He's on his correct side too, Lucas.
It was, Dave.
Lucas, I'm going to call this.
Yep.
City at home.
Okay, yeah, it'd be very hard for Baker to... Not Baker. What am I on about?
Contest there. Wheeler's got up there. They've done a very good job, those two City forwards, to hold it in.
Say for Wheeler to take a snap into the breeze, it would have been very difficult and very well done if he did complete the goal there, Dave.
Agreed. Keast right with a right fist. Mitchell Knight comes out with the football, gets a grubber out to it. Clean bowls everybody except Alexander White. Now that's an interesting decision because he's handballed that ball out for a point. Okay, given by the umpire. Newcastle City 9-17-71. Terrigal Avoca 8-7. So interestingly, Newcastle City's kicked only one more goal than Terrigal in this game.
Yep.
Unbelievable, really. It really is quite astonishing. Newcastle City kicked 4 goals in the first quarter. So stuff to work on here for both teams, surely. Out comes Billings, left-footed, desperately gets it out. Oh, brilliantly read by Kay Triffett, who's actually been quite effective today himself.
High tackle?
Yes, and not downfield
at
because
the time
of
the kick.
Thank you, Lucas. Agreed. Clearly by the umpire, he's gone back to the mark. So City don't need to be sensible here, and they've got themselves into a grand final. Whilst not playing at their best, it's all about the wins, isn't it, Lucas?
It is, Dave.
That's how you get them. Ball comes down there. Should have been a holding the football decision to Jack Grimman. Not paid. Jimmy Hart gets a football, ducks his head. Gets it away from Gillingham. Ball goes out to the flank. Out there is Clark, who's been very quiet today. Lovely step, though. Gets that ball out. Van Dam's in front there. Very disciplined punch out. That was brilliant. I think that was Bailey, was it? Yeah.
Yep.
Gee, that was good. And Van Dam exactly where you want him to be.
Yep.
In front, leading at the end of the quarter, showing leadership.
Yep, exactly.
But, beaten there by Bailey with a very disciplined punch out.
Exactly, Dave.
22 minutes in. City at home, everybody. They can start playing on a grand final on the 3rd of September. Terrigal Avoca have got to come back to number 1 next week. Jackson with the right hand. And can't get it out and should be gone. That should be a tackle to Van Dam, and he's paid. So Pete Van Dam gets a holding the man decision. Jackson goes sideways but not across the mark. Van Dam's asking the question. Jackson ran across the mark. Gee, that could have been approaching. Ball goes straight up in the air from Van Dam, unfortunately. Ball taps out here. Can Terrigal get a late goal? Ball comes out. Interesting handball. Comes out towards Enright. And Mitchell Knight goes as long as he possibly can. Oh, lovely tap out there. Very disciplined play by Sean. He's been superb today himself. Comes back at this one now.
Oh.
Think that's Mitch Crawford. And look at the delivery. Oh, my goodness. Plays on. Game over. Courtney Knight and his second goal. Lucas Holmes,
Yes.
Newcastle City are into the grand final.
They are, Dave.
22 points. Beautiful finishing there. Just a little bit of polish at the end of play.
Yep.
Go, Lucas, if you wish to.
Yep, BLK. BLK is the major sponsor of the Black Diamond AFL, as well as being the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns, and Brisbane Lions. BLK, beyond limits known.
So, just the last couple of minutes of this game, they've held on. They've done enough, haven't they?
They have.
Without being brilliantly convincing.
You mentioned earlier in the game the kicking efficiency. It hasn't haunted them, but it will when they continue on the grand final day.
Oh, Mitchell Knight's got a lot to work with, to be quite honest. He's got a lot of things to say to his club.
He has.
His team. Up goes Sean with the right footer. Sean's been superb today. Sean has all been excellent.
Yep.
Left foot kick comes out here in front of Lachlan White and can't quite control it. Ball goes out of bounds. Pretty much waiting for the final siren to go here. And then we've got Cardiff and Nelson Bay, and that's cutthroat, Lucas.
It will be.
Yep.
Elimination finals.
Can't wait. With Lucas Holmes, my name's David Redden. It is a privilege to bring you football here of the highest calibre from Newcastle #1 Sports Ground on Bar TV, the best in the business. There we go. Newcastle City have joined their women's teammates and have got Black Diamond Cup team into a grand final again here at home in 2 weeks' time. Newcastle City 10-17-77, Terrigal Oak 8-7-55. The goal kickers. Josh Wheeler, the most damaging forward on the ground, 3 goals. Courtney Knight, 2. Singles